You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.
Good.
What's good in 10 pretty people? Tuesday evening, my name is Khary, this is my crib, and I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. We're gonna have a good show for y'all tonight. You know, we got some news we're gonna be talking about, some events that's going on, you know, shit that's been going on in the world and shit like that. Yo, shout out to everybody checking in and joining us in the chat this evening. I appreciate y'all joining and checking in. Definitely throw a comment in the chat. Let us know what's going on. Let us know how you feeling and shit. Shout out to S. Angelica Mingo. She hit that like button early in the stream. Make sure you hit that like button if you are tuned in. It definitely helps us out. So, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you hit that share. I'm glad you're checking in. I got some good friends of mine checking in this evening. My homeboy Bees Buddha is checking in again as usual. My homegirl Fiery Grace is checking in as well this evening. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this evening?
Good.
Good.
You already know.
Good. Bees is over here rolling up. You know, I already got my smoke rolled up, lit and shit, ready to go. You know.
Yeah, I was a little late.
I got me a shot over here that I've already taken a few. I've already taken about 3 shots. It's 9:15. I've taken about 3 shots. You know.
You 3 shots?
Yes, me 3 shots. Me
3 shots.
So, my homegirl Grace here. Me and Grace, we've known each other for about, maybe like
3 years?
About 3 years now. You know, we actually met at Smoking Words. You know, she was doing poetry. I was doing poetry one night. I think I just pulled up at her table like, yo, is this seat taken? I'm going to sit down. And then I think I started smoking a blunt. Smoking a blunt.
He was like, look at that. You see that? And I was like, oh, I see that.
and we've been cool ever since. We've been cool ever since. You know? This is my whole girl for real right here, man. For real. But yes, so over the past couple of years of knowing Grace, she doesn't know me as a drinker. A drinker. You know, hardly anybody that knows me for being a drinker. They know me for being...
I didn't know you were a drinker either.
They know me for being a smoker, you know? They know me for being a smoker. Some years back, I actually started drinking pretty heavy. You know? And one day I didn't take a drink, and I started getting headaches. I called my boy Rock. I was like, yo, fam, I've been getting these crazy fucking headaches, yo. He's like, yo, let me guess. You haven't taken a drink in a couple days, huh? I was like, no, I haven't. He said, yeah, nigga, you fucking addicted. Your body is addicted to the alcohol, and you haven't taken a drink, and now your body's going into withdrawal and getting headaches. He was like, I know, because I've been there plenty of times. Whenever I stop drinking, that happens. He said, yo, so I actually took a drink of wine after I got off the phone with him, and I actually started feeling better. You know? Yeah, my headache started going away after I took that glass of wine. So after that, I kind of really cut back my drinking.
Gave in?
Yeah.
You cut back?
Yeah, I wasn't really drinking like that. I said, yo, I said, yo, it's one thing me liking to drink, but now me realizing that my body is actually addicted to it. I said, you know what? Yeah, I got to cut this shit the fuck out, you know? But then...
I don't see you as a quitter.
What's that? What you said? You said not a quitter?
But I don't see you as a quitter.
I'm not a quitter, but some things you gotta quit for your own good.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but I clearly didn't quit for long because I got back to drinking. You know, I came back to drinking. I had 3 shots before the show started. 3 shots before the show started, and tonight I'm sipping on some Jack Daniels.
Oh wow, you really do drink now, Khary.
That's a whole different world, right?
Khary's Crib.
Yeah, so I do drink that, and I'm about to take one more shot. So
You take an actual shot.
So between about 8:50 and 9, what is it? 19. This is 4 shots.
See, that's how I know that you're not a drinker. You know why I know you're not a drinker? Because you would not tell us that. Drinkers don't want to acknowledge how many drinks they drank. Now, when you are smoking, you don't be like, you know how many blunts I've had since 8 o'clock? You don't do that. But with drinking, you do.
I don't do that. Unless somebody asks. Unless somebody specifically asks me. You know, unless somebody say like, yo, how many blunts have you smoked today? You know?
Because people do that, actually.
Yeah, some people have.
Because you be high.
Some people have done that to me. You know? Though during the week, I only smoke after 6. You know, on the weekends. Right, because you
got work and stuff, man.
On the weekends, damn, what movie was that? I forget what movie that was. I don't know. I forget what movie that was. But there was a movie where the dude was like, man, when you was a kid, I used to smoke after work, but I used to be high all day on the weekends. It was like some movie. What was the dude from Pineapple Express?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Seth
Rogen. It was some movie with him. It might have been like that movie where he got the girl pregnant and they was trying to work
Knocked Up.
Yeah, Knocked Up.
The dope movie.
Then y'all be watching movies, huh?
Now I used to, so I know all them. Yeah, and I know all the Podhead movies. How High started me off in 2005, but after that, yeah, it was on.
So most Rogan shit I've seen.
Yeah,
y'all ever seen Grandma's Boy?
Grandma's Boy? No, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen.
Oh, Khary, you gotta watch Grandma's Boy. I think you'd enjoy it.
Which
one?
Grandma's Boy.
Very good movie.
Really, I haven't seen it.
Very good. Come on.
I haven't seen.
We do know all the movies.
I'm gonna check it out though.
It's up there with Dirty Grandpa.
Is it?
Okay, I haven't seen Dirty Grandpa. What is this? Is that a Sandler movie? Is that?
No, that's
that's like Robert De Niro or somebody, right? No.
What?
Who is it?
It's definitely got something to do with Knoxville.
Okay, I want to watch it.
Yes, you're right. Bad Grandpa. Definitely. Yeah. It was a Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. And it's where Johnny Knoxville actually dressed up like an old man and took a kid on the road with him. And they was acting up. For some reason, I was thinking of some other Robert De Niro movie or some shit like that where he was like some old nigga. But yeah, that was from...
No, I know what you're talking about. There is a De Niro movie. There's a grandpa movie with De Niro.
Is there? What's the name of it?
What is that? It's something grandpa. I can't think of what grandpa it is, but it's another one of the grandpa movies. It's got grandpa in the title.
Okay. Yo, Van Bucks, appreciate that like. Yo, if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button, man. It definitely helps us out.
Appreciate the love.
You know? So where should we start? Where should we start this
Where do you want to start? We hanging out at your crib.
Yeah, it's your crib, Khary. What you talking about?
It's my crib, you know. It's Tuesday. I hope everybody's week has gone good thus far. You know, I'm making it. But let's recap what the Grammys happened this weekend. You know, let's start with the Grammys. Have either of y'all watched the Grammys?
Nice.
I'm gonna assume. Oh, look at my hair. Yo, my hair is looking crazy. I'm growing my hair out, by the way. I said, yo, I'm gonna grow my hair out for a while. So I think I might dread my shit up at some point. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I don't know. But today I said I might dread my shit up, but I also might cut my shit next week. I don't know. We'll still see. But let's start with the Grammys.
This is what I was saying. I don't believe you. Okay, I don't believe you. But Khary, I just got to tell you, you know, I've never been an award show person. So the only one I know about, Black Unicorn, Miss Tiffany Haddish, well deserved. Got a Grammy, was surprised on her show. It was dope. There was a little jit ruining the moment.
What did she win a Grammy for?
Comedy album of the year, I believe, for Black Mitzvah. Okay, yeah.
Did not know that she had a comedy album.
Yeah,
that's what they call that. They call the stand-ups that they do. They put them on an album so you can listen to them on like the Foxhole on Sirius Radio and stuff like that. Okay. So they call it an album.
Red Fox, and you know how they used to do back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that Hattie had dropped one.
So I'm looking at this headline that says Tiffany Haddish Haddish found out she won a Grammy while filming Kids Say the Darndest Things. Oh,
it was a little
she's doing
jit.
that now? Oh, wow.
Yes, and it was a child in the corner, and the whole time she's getting her news, all you hear is this little girl like just and finally Tiffany just had to address the little girl so she'd be quiet. She had her moment, and I was like, "Children say that." Oh, you got me. That was good. But yeah, she's doing her thing, bro. She killing it.
That's what's up. I fucks with her on that.
I know Nas won album of the year.
Yes,
album of the year.
Nas did win album of the year. You know, which was dope. I thought that album was dope. I think that was what, King's Disease, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
That was King's Disease. I thought that album was dope. One of my favorite songs on there was what was it? Car 54 or some shit like that.
Car 54.
Yeah, he had a
nice song.
He had a couple of joints on there I liked. He had a couple of joints on there.
Full Circle.
Full Circle. I like the album. Period.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth, I like the album. Period. Hit Boy did his thing. You know, it was an enjoyable album in my opinion.
Big shout out to Hit Boy.
Beyonce won some awards. You know, I think she's now the most decorated artist with Grammy wins. I think that's what she is now. I think she has like 23 Grammy wins or some shit like that. Or maybe I'm thinking
she's on the record.
Go ahead, Madam Carter.
Let's see. Oh damn! So I just pulled up Beyonce Grammy Awards just now, right? You know, I'm gonna show y'all this just so y'all could see this shit. I did not expect to see this. So I pulled up Beyonce Grammy Awards. Let me just resize this so y'all can see what I'm looking at. You know, I Googled just now. I need to get like an assistant that can do this shit for me.
I'm like, Khary, what are you doing?
I need like an assistant that can do this shit for me.
So, hold on, I'm going to the internet to Google something, kids.
So I pulled up Beyonce Grammy Awards, and this comes up on Google. This is pretty much a list of all her shit, you know, where she's been nominated and won.
Nice.
So Brown Skin Girl, Savage Remix for rap performance, R&B performance, Homecoming, music film, music video formation, urban contemporary album for Lemonade, R&B song for Drunken Love, R&B performance Drunken Love, surround sound album Beyonce. I didn't even know there was a surround sound album. What the fuck? What the fuck is a surround sound album? Okay, traditional R&B performance in 2013, 2010 Single Ladies. 2010 Single Ladies, female pop vocal performance. So she won for song and R&B song in 2010. Yo, she got mad fucking awards, yo.
That's the conclusion.
You know, so
actually, I concluded from my research.
I had the number wrong. The number is actually 28. She has 28 Grammys. You know, so
she outshines Mike, yo.
What's that?
She outshines Mike.
Yeah. So we got
She don't get nobody at her concert, but she outshines Mike.
We got Van Bucks over here in the chat. Van Bucks said, "Yo, who is the baddie co-hosting tonight?" You know, that's effing Grace right there. You know, you can actually find her. You know, you can actually find her. Actually, not effing Grace. It's Fiery Grace, but you can find her on Instagram. You can find her on Instagram at F_ing_G. Pretty much effing G. You know what I'm saying? But like F_ing. You know. So if you wanna, that's effing Grace. Fiery Grace right there. She's a poet. Yo, tell the people what you do real quick, Grace. Tell the people what you do real quick.
That's a lot of things, Khary. I'm an expressive. I express myself, you know. I got the vocals, you know what I'm saying? I do all the things, you know. So honestly, whatever you know what I'm feeling, you know, okay.
So
all right.
Grace actually runs a YouTube channel as well. You know, how long you been doing your YouTube channel now?
Almost it'll be 2.5 years now, yeah.
2.5 years. That's wild, Joe. Okay.
Yeah,
how many subscribers you got at the moment?
I think I'm almost at 27,000.
I got to get like you, yo. I got to get like you. For real.
Bruh. Effort, time, bruh. You already killing it, man. I'm trying to get like you. I feel like I'm a businesswoman who got a YouTube channel and I happen to do well in my niche. But the truth is, Khary, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. I want to do what I want to do. So you really killing the game because
I'm trying.
You found your place, man. It's dope.
Well, I appreciate it, Joe. I appreciate it. Yeah,
no problem.
You're doing your thing. You're doing your thing with your channel.
Hey, great.
What's up?
Oh, wait up, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. So that was what, number 3 I took? Or number 4?
Yes.
That was number 3.
That was 3.
Number 4. So this is number 4. All right, so let's all cheers to you. For those that don't know, there was a song by this group called Player.
They do know who Player is. They may not know the exact group
Player. Cheers to you.
But they do know of the group Player. Isn't that homeboy with Lil Wayne?
Yeah, who, rest in peace, he actually passed away, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. He passed away. I think he actually helped Wayne with Lollipop.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember
Static Major.
There it is.
That was actually the name I had in my head. I was actually wanting to say it, but I didn't want to say the incorrect name, and for some reason I thought that was incorrect. But it wasn't. Static Major. R.I.P. Static Major from Player. Oh, by the way, and if you didn't know, the sample in Player's Cheers for You, Timbaland flipped that sample so many times. He used it for Player. He used it for Aaliyah. He used it for Jay-Z. That sample is in mad songs, yo. That shit is in Aaliyah songs. That shit is in Player songs. That shit is in Jay-Z songs. That shit is in for those that might be more aware of the Jay-Z shit over the Aaliyah shit or the Player shit, the sample I'm talking about is used in Jay-Z's Jigga What. You know?
I mean, when you have a template, you gotta use it.
I fucks with it. And
you really do.
It never went wrong. What's that?
That nigga what?
Yeah.
Nigga who?
Nigga what?
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Oh shit, Samantha over
said, don't sing.
Yeah, Samantha over here in the chat said, don't sing, Khary. Okay. You know,
you gotta stick to the raspy shit.
Yo, you know what? Sometimes I feel like I came up in the wrong era.
You definitely did.
Because I recall being a kid, and I used to tell girls about like my 6th grade class. I said, watch, one day I'm going to be an R&B singer. And they were like, nigga, you can't sing for shit. You know?
So they weren't wrong?
They wasn't wrong. They wasn't wrong. But the only reason I said I came up in the wrong era was because in my era, there was no auto-tune with your rap. You know? There was no auto-tune. If I would have grew up with auto-tune, nigga, I would be a singer.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I would be a singer.
Your voice would have been cool on auto-tune too. I would have been like, yeah. What's this going on here? Yeah.
Oh man. I wouldn't have been no singer.
I was like, B's gonna be like,
I would like to be like Ronnie DeVoe in the background to just be cute.
Ronnie DeVoe?
Yeah. Because, New Edition, he ain't do nothing until Belle Biv DeVoe, really.
Yo, and even in Belle Biv DeVoe, what did he do? He rapped?
He rapped.
He was the rapper, right?
Yeah.
Was he the rapper in New Edition?
No, Michael Biv.
Whoever was the lead in Michael Biv. I think Bobby Brown might have rapped. He was the lead singer in a lot of songs, right?
Yo, I don't even think Ronnie DeVoe rapped on Cool It Now.
Cool it now, you got to cool it now, slow. What? I'm about to lose control. They had routines like the 50s and 60s back in the days. I don't even know if I said the words right, but it was the proper melody. It was the proper melody. You know? It was.
Bruh. Oh my gosh, bro!
But yo,
allegedly,
we totally went on the tangent. We was talking about the fucking Grammys, you know. So Nas won the Grammy.
Oh yeah,
Nas won the Grammy.
Yo, wait. So you saw that Blue Ivy Carter is now, I think, either the youngest or something to win a Grammy.
Yes.
For her work on Brown Skin Girl. Go ahead. People are getting real smart nowadays, and they're building these empires rather than just talking about building an empire, talking about having a dynasty. They're actually building them. And there were some back in the day, but the new ones, the way they're doing it is real intriguing because they're including the family for real, like their whole family. It's dope.
I'm trying to
find going crazy.
I'm trying to find somebody. I'm trying to find somebody I could build an empire with, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the Smiths.
I'm trying to find somebody I could build an empire with. But whenever I think I'm ready to build an empire, they be like, "Nigga, you nigga, you crazy." You know? They say all.
They should have known that.
They say all types of shit, but I'm just gonna say crazy for just like an all around thing.
Oh,
you know? Yeah, just an all encompassing. Crazy just encompasses everything that they think I am, but I don't think I'm crazy. I think I'm a nice guy. I think I'm a very nice
Khary,
guy.
it bothers me. You know you are a nice guy. You don't think you are. You know you are, and it bothers me sometimes. You know that you don't have a nice lady, right? Because these chicks out here nowadays, they're wild. And I know it's hard to find a quality, high caliber woman. I'm taken, of course, so not me, but somewhere there may be a woman out there like me, and I know that it's hard. But Khary, one day you'll find someone because, bruh, you are like so good to these chicks, bruh. And again, I've only known you for 3 years. So I've only known a couple people that you were like nice to, and they were never near you. So it's like. You got these long distance relationships and you were still being a good dude. So I know if they were nearby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all right though.
Possibly.
It's all right.
Most likely.
One day, Khary, because the rest of these,
Hey,
sorry, I was breaking up.
I just let shit goes how it goes. And
because you're nice.
I let life be life, But we're talking about the Grammys. I'm not sure how we got into that shit.
We're not talking about the Grammys. We're talking about the fact that these women should be getting cussed out.
Later.
But
we could talk about that later. I don't be cussing women out. I
said they should be, and you don't. That's the point.
There's no need for me to cuss women out. Why am I gonna cuss women? Yo, you cussed a woman out before, Bees?
Bees like, leave me out of this.
Huh? Hell yeah! Why? Why'd you cuss her out?
Huh?
Why'd you cuss her out?
Because she needed to be cussed out.
Bees. I don't understand the question, Khary.
Okay, so maybe I guess I'm a little too polite. You're
a nice guy. You're a good dude, man. And you've grown.
There was times I felt like I probably should have cussed people out.
See?
But I was like, you know what? I only want to cuss you out just to get you back.
Listen, you can do a nice guy cuss out.
What's a nice guy cuss out? What's a nice guy cuss out?
You don't have to go with that Kurt Franklin curse out. You can go with that.
You know what? That should have been a topic tonight. All right.
Yeah.
So we jumping from the Grammys to motherfucking Kurt Franklin and his cuss out. All right, we gonna do that.
Yo, so I've been hearing about it, but I didn't. Did you watch it, Bees? Like, what happened?
Listen. Thank you.
This is what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
Yeah, tell her. And then I got something to say.
Wait, you know what? I was actually doing that because I was actually updating the title to where it said
Bees, you tell us about it then. He's not ready. You go.
So listen, him and his son was having a phone conversation, right? This one grown man was having a conversation with his child who happened to be another grown man.
Okay.
You understand, man?
Right.
We got two grown men there.
Two grown men, okay. Yeah.
So one grown man, his panties wasn't on.
You said what wasn't on? His pants wasn't on?
One grown man's panties was on too tight.
Okay.
And he couldn't take the fact that, listen, I'm talking to Black America right now. If your parent ain't never talked to you like that once in your life, there's something wrong.
If your parent didn't talk to you like that, you wasn't raised right.
Yeah, they didn't.
For real.
Oh, by the way, one more shot.
Listen.
That's what he needs.
If you grew up in a Black household and your mom or dad told you, Time out. Then you should be emotional about that.
Yo, my kids, I've never really had to cuss my kids out. My kids are pretty well.
Oh yeah, wait, that's true.
My kids are pretty
you got good
well
kids
behaved.
though.
You know what? I
Your
did?
kids do what they're supposed to do.
I think because of the things I did when they were babies. When I say babies, I mean below the age of 5. You know? So I didn't really whip my kids when they was little, but I threatened the fuck out of them. You know? And I scared the shit out of them. So like, if I threatened my kids,
That'll do it.
if I threatened my kids, I followed up. You know? I followed up with the threat. So they kind of felt like, you know what? Dad said he was going to do this. He did this. I don't know what else he might do. Right.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I just kind of figured out things that scared my kids when they were small. You know, like I said, you know what? This 2-3-year-old, this 2-year-old, this 3-year-old, heights are very high to them. Shit that's not high to me is extremely high to a
like
child.
Right here.
Right, to a child that's like 2 years old. You know, they're like
Especially if they're
feet
upside
tall.
down.
You know, so what I used to do was like, I used to punish I used to take my kids and like sit them on top of the refrigerator, you know, which is like dumb high. So that shit looks dumb.
And you would just stand there,
right? So
and be like, only I can get you down,
right? So they were scared.
Listen.
They were scared of that because it looked high to them, you know. So I would sit them on top of the fridge, and they would be like, "Oh my God, this is so, Daddy, get me down, Daddy, get me down." I'm like, "Yo, you gonna do that stupid shit again? I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna do that no more." You know? And then they would stop doing it, and then I would threaten them like, "Yo, you want me to sit you on top of the fridge?" I'm like, no. And then, you know what I'm saying?
That's great.
You know, and then one time my nephew came by, right? My nephew came by and he kept hitting my son. Him and my nephew were about the same age, and maybe like 6-7 months apart. But he kept hitting. And my son was like, "Yo, my cousin keeps hitting me, blah, 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 blah," right? And I'd be like, "Yo, stop hitting." And I'm like, I can't threaten hitting with hitting.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, right, correct.
So
Okay.
I said, "Yo, come here." I said, "Yo, let me tell you what." And as I was talking to him, I heard the washing machine going, right? The washing machine was going. So I said, "Yo, if you hit one more time, I'm going to put you in the washing machine." Right? I said, "Yo, if you hit one more time, I'm going to put you in the washing machine." You know? And guess what? But guess what? Guess what? You know what happened? He hit again. My son came to me, he said, "Joe, he hit me again."
He made the washer.
I said, "Joe, come here." I said, "Joe, come here." I said, "Joe, you hit your cousin again?" He said, "Yeah, I'm not going to do it again." I said, "What I told you I was going to do if you hit your cousin again." He said, "Put me in the washing machine." Guess what? I had just put some towels. I had just put some towels in the washing machine. So there was a bunch of towels in the washing machine, right? So I picked his little ass up and I stood him on top of the towels. So like I put him in the washing machine and he was standing on top of the towels, and I turned that shit on and I let the water start to fill up. So the water's starting to fill up. You know?
Jesus, poor child.
And I'm like, "Yo, I told you I was going to put you in this fucking washing machine if your ass hit again." And he said, "I'm not going to hit no more. I'm not going to hit him no more. I'm not going to hit him no more." And so I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah, I'm not going to hit no more." So I pulled him out the washing machine. Before the cycle actually started, it was just filling up with water. It was just filling up with water. The water didn't even touch. The water didn't even touch his feet.
Yo, you were about, I say, a rinse cycle away from child abuse.
Yeah, you know, it's 2022 here, and the rinse cycle washer serial killer has struck again.
But you know what? I took him out before the rinse cycle started. You know, I pulled him out before the water even touched his feet. You know, before the water even touched his feet. He was like, "I ain't gonna hit no more." I asked him a couple times, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." I took him out. He didn't hit no more the whole trip.
Yo, I gotta say something though, because as I'm listening to you, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm thinking about all the traumatizing things that have made me insane. But then I was like, you know what? Let me be real, okay? Because there was a point where my son was over, and we had just changed the garbage liner, so like the trash bag in the trash can was brand new, and he refused. He had gotten into a little tiff with his mom, so he just was at our house, just on the floor, just riding. I'm like, bruh, you're about to go home. You need to clean up your toys. Refuse. Finally, I said, you know what? I'm sorry. And, we don't yell at him or nothing because it's, he's going back to his mom's. We don't avoid putting people in the washer in 2020. And, and so I was just like, listen, unfortunately, if you don't clean these up, I'm going to have to throw them away. You clean them up or I clean them up. Bruh, he wouldn't do it. And I feel like I understand why you did what you did, because in that moment, I felt terrible for this kid. He loved his toys and he really believed, because think about it, he left like 20 minutes later. So he really believed his toys. Yeah. But it was like, I feel like God presented that moment to me to parent him. Yeah. Do you just let a moment pass you? The garbage was clean. I just dumped it all. I made him throw his stuff in there. He was pissed.
Yeah.
Boy, but he was in there cussing us out. So obviously, he needed the lesson. You know what I'm saying? He needed the lesson, child.
Cheryl over here in the chat gave me the crazy face. She gave me the crazy face. Wayne says, "What, Khary? Yo. Okay. Do y'all think what do you think was the better solution? Putting the child in the washing machine and letting water fill up before it touches his feet, or beating his ass? What's the
and we have to remember, this is like at least a decade ago, before people started to care about the welfare of children. So before this was, they're like, so my son is 15, he's 15, he actually came over here last year and actually recorded some shit in the crib. Like he raps now, so he actually recorded some shit, And I tell you what, he be rapping. My uncle put me in the washer. And I tell you what, I'm killing everybody about it.
I think I'm his favorite uncle. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm his favorite uncle. Yo, y'all are crazy. But we're supposed to be talking about, okay, Kirk Franklin cussed out his son. Y'all heard about. So, audio was leaked of Kirk Franklin cussing out his son, telling him all types of shit, and his son released this. Now, when I first heard the headline, Kirk Franklin cusses out his son, I'm like, yo, why he cussing out his son? I'm like, oh my God, what's he doing to his son? And then I found out his son's like 30 years old. And I'm like, yo, why the fuck is this? Yo, nigga, if your pops is cursing you out at 30 years old.
If Kirk Franklin, your pops, is cursing you out, all right, you probably needed to get cursed out.
Now, just
he thought his dad was pliers at that point.
You're right. He did. He was wrong.
Yep.
Now Toby says, try Jesus, but don't try me because I fight. And I want people to understand that even Jesus turned the tables in the temple, people. Don't please.
We're going to jump into Toby right after this, actually.
Man.
We're going to talk about Toby right after this. So, when I found out he was 30 years old releasing this audio, I'm like, nigga. Grow the fuck up.
The son released it. It wasn't even like someone that it was the son. Oh, you a little baby. That's why you was getting cussed out. You should get cussed out again, baby. You little baby boy.
I'm talking about somebody had their panties on too tight.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't be.
You know what I mean?
You shouldn't be in your feelings at 30 years old because your father cussing you out. If your father cussing you out at 30 years old because you want some bullshit, nigga. Maybe
listen,
you should reevaluate your life and kind of say, yo, I'm on bullshit. Yeah. If I got to curse out my son at 30 years old, it's because he really did some dumb shit. Though there probably are parents out there that probably do stupid shit and curse people out.
What was the...
Well, okay, Bees, I listened to some of the, I heard probably like 10 seconds of the audio before I was like, damn, he cursing him out. And then I closed it. What was he cursing him out about?
Yeah.
I don't know. He just was cursing.
Nobody cares. Everyone's just like, Kirk Franklin cussing. I want to hear it.
Yo, we got the phone lines open.
Disrespected.
We got the phone lines open. Area code 813-559-3339. If you know what Kirk Franklin was saying, go ahead and give us a call, because I actually don't know exactly what Kirk Franklin was saying. All I know is he cursed him out. I heard a snippet.
His son is grown, right? So what are the other options? Either you don't talk to your son at all. You try. If you're Kirk Franklin, you probably did try to reason with this child. I have to assume you did. Like, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that this was his final straw, other than putting his hands on his son. So I'm just saying, like, if a grown man is that angry that all he has is basically his words, like, and it's his child, I'm sorry, but y'all need to stay out that man's business and don't let his son bring you into that nonsense.
I gotta ask this question, though. Right?
What?
How long ago did Stomp come out?
Did what come out?
1999, boy.
Stomp?
1999.
99? So listen, your dad, you've been having a good life through the grace of
for 20 years.
For 20 years.
Wow.
You know now you want a revolution. Get out of here.
Beans, are you a father? Because that was a dad joke and a half, my friend.
Yes, Beans is a father. You know, Kimmy Cat in the chat says his son didn't release the entire tape.
Oh, okay.
Cheryl said that I don't think Kirk should have apologized. Both of them are grown. Mm-hmm. And Kirk Franklin actually did release an apology video, I think.
Listen.
Look, the truth is,
check this out.
Oh yeah.
He apologized for his other fans. He apologized for us.
Okay.
He apologized for the other fans.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
He apologized for the holy holies, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Now,
that.
Me personally, I never did not think Kirk Franklin didn't curse.
I mean, yeah, he'd be watching porn back in the day. I feel like if he did that, just let the man live.
I never did not think Kirk Franklin. I never thought Kirk Franklin was the holiest man. You know?
Yeah, no, you don't really get that vibe from him. But he can still use his gifts for a blessing. I mean, dang, can y'all let that man live?
I'm a people with him. He's good at that, you know?
Kirk Franklin is the Luke Skywalker of gospel.
Hold on.
Yes, he's the Luke of gospel.
You heard?
I feel you. He's the Luke of gospel.
Skywalker of gospel.
You know? He don't really have motherfuckers doing like twerking and shit. But he be having motherfuckers like stomping and shit though, right?
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
Like Luke Skywalker be like, don't stop. You know what I'm saying?
You ever been to a Luke show? You ever been to a Luke show?
Oh, yeah. And then they go in, you know what I'm saying?
You ever been to a Luke show, Bees?
One time.
You ever been to a Luke show, Grace?
Nope, and I will not.
So,
oh man,
I went to college.
Don't have no reunions.
I went to college for like a year and a half, right? And I went to college in North Carolina, right? So one year, Luke was trying to promote one of his groups, right? So he kind of went on like a tour, like a Southern college tour.
The all-black college tour, yes, sir.
Yeah. So he had like this van coming out to like all the colleges. So he brought this van. This van pulled up to my college. It pulled up right in front of my dorm. It pulled up right in front of the boys' dorm, right? They opened the side doors. Music started playing, and then like 4 bitches jumped out the van in bikinis and started twerking. You know? This is in like 97, 98.
This is before twerking. You didn't even know what it was. It was like,
they just pee popping.
Yeah, they was
pee popping on a handstand beat. That's right.
They was pee popping. You know, they was pee popping. Yo, they said, yo, we having a show tonight. It's gonna be the wildest show you ever seen. I said, you know what? I'm going to that show tonight. I'm going to that show tonight. I want to see what goes down at a fucking Luke show. I'm a New York nigga. I'm in the South. I want to see what goes down in the Luke show. Yo, fam, I went to that show that evening. Nigga, I was not prepared for this porno. I was not prepared for this porno that was about to go down. You know?
Live sex.
Yeah,
Like,
they're dancing on stage. They're dancing on stage, right? They know there's going to be women. They know there's going to be men. So they got women strippers and they got male strippers, right? Yo, they come out on stage. The women are twerking extra hard, you know? The men come out. I don't know what the men are doing. I'm assuming they're doing the same shit, but I'm looking at the women, right? And then all of a sudden, one of the women goes over to the man on stage and starts giving this man fellatio on stage. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I heard these things can occur.
I did not expect this, but this is interesting. Did not expect this, right? So I'm like, but you know what? They probably fuck with each other on a regular basis, you know? They both work for Luke. So they probably fuck with each other on a regular basis. This is their every night.
So this is normal.
Right?
Yeah,
this is normal for them. But
voyeurism.
But then the host says, yo, we would like some volunteers from the audience. Right?
What? Wait, what?
So they pulled volunteers from the audience. They pulled some dudes. They pulled some dudes for the audience.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what?
They pulled some dudes from the audience that started giving the female dancers that were on stage head. They started giving them head on stage. Right?
The random dudes gave the random hot dancing, sweating, nasty twerkers.
Yes. Now, I would have thought. Now, I initially would have thought it was staged. I would have assumed it was staged.
Except you saw your homeboy.
Except there was a dude that went to my school that got pulled up on stage and started giving head on stage to some random girl he did not know. I was like, whoa, nigga. But I tell you what. The whole year prior to that, he was a single ass nigga.
I was gonna say you probably knew him to be the kind of person that would be like, "I'll do it."
Yo,
I'll do it. Whatever.
To me, he was some lame ass nigga. Prior to that, no bitches really looked at the nigga. You know, just by the way he carried himself and looked and all of that shit. After that night, that nigga had a girlfriend the following week.
Oh, because they seen him.
He had a girlfriend the following week.
Yo, listen. It only took the girl on the stage to twitch once. And so
they was like,
okay. He got.
I'm gonna see you later.
Kimmy Cat in the comment in the chat over here says, "Yo, I've been to a couple of his concerts. Yeah, his concerts be wild, don't they, Kimmy?"
Kimmy was standing in the back with her cousin, and she was holding their purses because Kimmy knows, like, that is not, you know what I'm saying? And she was behaving. That's what y'all need to know about Kimmy, though. Okay, she was just there to investigate the truth.
There was probably up front with they like, oh shit, you know.
So she was just there to investigate.
But yo, how did we get into?
He
was talking about Kirk Franklin cussing out his son.
Khary always be like, how did we get into this tangent I started?
Yeah, I told you you were supposed to keep me on track. You're supposed to keep me on track.
Well, shit. I mean, I can't help it. You be having the stories. You're a well-traveled man, okay?
We have a tangent show.
A what?
A tangent show.
A tangent.
That's
show.
What this is. Let's just let this be.
I tell you what, we get a good amount of subscribers. I'll create a Patreon for the fucking tangent show. Right? I'm just sticking ahead.
I like it.
No, but you wanted to talk about we was talking about the Grammys. We was actually supposed to talk about this right afterwards. But we jumped into Kirk Franklin. I guess Kirk Franklin's music. We could talk to him after the Grammys. But Toby, how I say his last name?
I believe it's Nwigwe, but I don't know.
Toby Nwigwe.
He says his whole name in some of his lyrics just so that you remember how to say it. So, I mean, but I still sometimes, I just call him Toby because I don't know him, like, you know, it's just easier to say Toby. So, yeah, bro. Toby is doing something different out here. And this is what I'm talking about. I feel like people like Nas, they've been doing their thing for a while anyways. And I feel like the people close to Nas already know. Think about what he was able to do for Khaleesi's career, but that's another story. But so it's not just that that people are out here, and they're building, but they're not building with the right people. But it's the way that Toby's doing it. So I sent you guys a link. Did you watch that performance from Jimmy Kimmel?
The link. I don't think B's seen it. Maybe B's might have seen it, but he didn't see it from the link for me. But I did see the Jimmy Kimmel performance of Toby doing his thing and shit like that. I thought it was. And
long story short, he has been coming up. They call him actually a YouTube rapper. They call him a YouTuber or YouTube creator. They don't really call him a standard, rapper. And so it's interesting because what he's been doing is he brings his wife, his kids, and his producer, who's his best friend, a female, into everything he does. And so what I thought was interesting was that he could have performed any song. He's got songs with Royce the 5'9". I cannot name how many people because some of the people he brings on are just, it's phenomenal.
That
and
shit
old
with
heads.
Royce and Black Thought was dope as fuck, by the way.
Father figure. Yes, sir. This is what I'm talking about.
I watch all of his shit.
But how many people do you actually know out here that would put their wife and his best friend, she's doing her thing. She raps as well, but he puts his wife on the album. He'll have her do these little freestyles. She's making money. And then he brings her to Jimmy Kimmel Live. He could have done any other song. He could have done a song by himself, one with better bars, but he chose the song where his wife, she just come in and kills it. She just rips the beat and she kills it with the vibes and the energy on Jimmy Kimmel Live. He's doing something different. He's wholesome out here. They say he's like the next Andre, they say he's the next all this stuff. Dave Chappelle's noticed this dude.
I fuck with Toby.
Erykah Badu's noticed this dude. It's crazy.
Well, how do I say his name? Toby Nwigwe?
Nwigwe.
I
think.
Nwigwe.
There's an Outkast album on the way.
What's that? Is there? Oh shit! Let's try not to get off topic. But Bezo tells us there's a new Outkast album.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
This is super mega dope.
And Cheryl says over here in the chat that nobody can keep me on track.
Yeah, this is why you bring your friends on the show, Khary, because we're not even gonna we're not gonna be like, Plus, we know you got the stories. We know you got the juice. We bring it out. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, okay, so but you said we was talking earlier.
Yeah.
And you said that you watch Toby on YouTube. You don't really.
Yeah, you say you like him on Instagram.
Yeah, I watch his shit on Instagram. Now I've watched some of his shit on YouTube.
Yeah,
but you should actually check out some of his shit on Instagram because the videos are done a little different. No, actually, the videos aren't done different. But the videos show different based on the platform you're viewing on. So if you're viewing on YouTube, you kind of see the stuff zoom in, but you don't get the effect. Because on Instagram, like when he does a lot of these zoom ins, it's like it doesn't just zoom in, it actually starts expanding the size of it. So it might start off at like a 16:9. But like when you watch it on YouTube, you actually see him zoom in. Right, you actually see him zoom in, but he'll have the 16:9 like on this window right here. But then as he's doing stuff, when it zooms in, the zoom actually comes out and actually fills up this whole window. So now it's like he zooms into
here. Psychedelic, yo.
Yeah, so it's very different, with the way the presentation is presented between the different platforms. So like I think he actually really started popping off on Instagram. So he started making his videos kind of cater to the Instagram dimensions and format.
It's smart.
So when you smart. So now when you watch the videos on YouTube now, you'll start looking at the way they zoom in because it's like they zoom in, but then they zoom in to the subject instead of just that frame zooming in. It's like they zoom in, but now it's like it's kind of like the screen going from this. And then it slowly zooms in to how I am in the middle right here. And it just fills up the whole Instagram window. So that's what
I gotta check this out because he's already got the visuals. He really does. So I'm excited to see this. This is interesting.
He got the visuals. He got the bars. His production be on point. I fucks with Toby. He's positive. He kind of includes his whole family and shit like that. And just the people around him, I kind of fucks with him. That's what that's kind of like what I actually envisioned that in my head for myself. Yes,
he doesn't curse.
He doesn't
He's
curse.
wholesome.
He curses.
Yeah, he's real wholesome.
He curses sometimes here and there.
Yeah, but he don't. It's not too much.
But it's not cursing because I don't have the vocab.
A better word. He got the vocab.
Yeah, it's not cursing because I don't have the vocabulary. It's cursing because that's what this needs right here.
Right. This is the proper place for this effect.
Right.
Correct. What cursing's supposed to be? Right. Bring it back.
Right. It wouldn't be the same effect if I said, these freaking people kill me, versus these fucking people kill me,
That's the k and the and the f. Yeah.
Toby Nwigwe. I'm gonna learn how to say his name properly. If I'm saying,
we gotta learn because it's rude.
If I'm saying it incorrectly, yes, it's rude. I apologize. That's not my intent. I just never actually paid attention to where I need to pay attention to what it is.
I have, and I still am not really positive.
But yo, you know what? If I could say some of these white last names, I could say Nwigwe. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
If I could say Swartz,
Schwartz.
If I could stay in Berenstein,
Berenstein. Thank you.
I don't know what it is nowadays because people tell me it's not actually what I thought it was growing up.
Weiss.
Yeah, if I could say all these.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. What's next, Khary?
What's next? Any of y'all know who Whack 100 is?
Nah, man. What is this? What is this?
Whack 100, I think, is the games manager.
Yes.
And he works with a couple of people in the industry. He also works with what's the dude's name? Blueface, the rapper.
Yeah, Blueface.
Oh God.
He manages him.
You said the game, and I was like, you said Blueface, and I was like,
according to a new lawsuit, Whack 100 is being accused of administering a vicious beatdown on an actor named Kenneth Lawson during a confrontation back in 2019. According to documents obtained by TMZ, Whack 100 went nuts.
2019.
He went nuts after at a sushi spot in Hollywood during a night out on the town with his wife. The complaint says Whack got into a huge fight with Lawson, who he accused of trying to speak to his wife. After a back and forth between the pair escalated, Lawson's wife, Monique, attempted to intervene, calm things down between the two men. But Whack went off. Whack unleashed a vicious attack on Kenneth, punched him in the face, and knocked him unconscious. The lawsuit claims Whack went to go after Lawson's wife, Monique, but guests intervened. Pretty much, he's saying, damage was caused to my face. Lawson was and he's an actor. He was an actor. He is an actor. He actually starred. He actually starred on the show.
I think I know who he is.
I'm gonna pull it up. He actually starred on this show on the Bounce Network. I can't find the name off the top of my head, but
man, he just helped you look more memorable. Hush, Kenneth.
So
hush.
Lawson had a fractured jaw. Lawson had a fractured jaw. One tooth was knocked out, and several more were dislodged. He had to have his jaw wired for about 6 months, and because of this,
Kanye.
And because of this, he actually lost his job on the show because of this incident.
It was probably some other stuff too.
Let's see.
Come on.
It was
they can't fire you for medical reasons. That's illegal. So there were probably some other reasons, guys. That's illegal.
I'm gonna show you the picture right here real quick. A picture of the dude so you know who he is.
Let me tell you.
So it's this guy. So that's actually Lawson.
Oh,
that's Lawson.
I do know him.
Yeah, dude from the Parkers. So homeboy. Lawson.
That's T. That's T from Moesha, right? Isn't that his name?
I think so.
Oh.
And the dude on the right. And the dude on the right was Whack 100.
He's from the
obviously. He's not from. Well, remember, Parkers and Moesha came from.
No, he's from the Parkers when they went to school.
Yeah, the Parkers did come from Moesha, though.
He was the rapper.
Yeah,
I know his name was T. Y'all ain't finna tell me because I did just happen to watch this on Netflix the other day, so I know what I'm talking about. Shoot.
Yeah, all right. The Parkers, actually, the Parkers was a spinoff
of
Moesha. Yeah. I know. I was trying to tell y'all that.
Yeah, the Parkers was a spinoff of Moesha.
I know. I tried to tell y'all because He was on that first. He was on the show first, okay, and then after that, he was on the other show. He dated a little while, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, y'all. But you know what I'm saying. I thought I seen him on the other show.
Yeah, y'all remember, dude. Look,
the point is,
that was back in the days, you know. In the cut, the bounce.
Bees, you right. Bees, you right. Bees, is that your cousin? Shut up,
No. Nah, bow out.
He said, okay. All right, so he's on the Parkers, and
so
he's 45 years old, and his real name is Kenyatta, by the way.
Kenyatta?
And I know some girls. Yeah, I knew some girls named Kenyatta when I was in school, so that's interesting. But anyways, I feel like you ain't seen him since then. He's still getting them royalty checks from the Parkers, maybe Moesha, and the Parkers. And so I just feel like there's a chance here that this man just helped him out by putting him in the news. And the fact that he got kicked off the show for being messed up in the face, they could have wrote that into the script. These people are creative nowadays. They love drama. So I'm sorry. I think he's lying. I think he's broke, and that's on him.
You think he's bullshit? Well, I think
he got his butt whooped because he was cashing check. What's that saying? Your mouth writing checks, your ass can't cash. I think he was doing that.
Possibly.
That's really what it looked like.
His ass is suing now.
And he ain't gonna cash a check.
He said, "Yo, my jaw was wired shut for 6 months. I lost my job on this show. He was on the show on the Bounce Network. I'm gonna find out the name of the show.
Did you watch the show? Bees, you watch the show?
I've seen it once or twice.
I have.
Bees, would you watch the show 2 times?
In the Cut.
It's called In the Cut on Bounce TV.
And you will watch this show again, y'all? You will watch this show 3 times? If he was on it, you'd be like, let me go back for him.
Doesn't it have, doesn't it star one of the Goodings as well? Omar Gooding, I think, is in that show as well?
Nah, again, that's a different show on Bounce.
Different show on the same network, though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you think he's gonna get? You think he's gonna get paid for this?
Wait. He might be. Wait, Omar might be on it, or Mr. Ogilvy. It's one of the two. Professor Ogilvy. That's his name.
You only know him as Professor Ogilvy, huh?
Yeah.
I did not like that man. They tried to turn him into some like sex god back in the day. And I was like, please stop doing this. Stop making
I tell you what.
Shows and making ugly people supposed to be fine and treating him like he's so fine. Right. He's not.
Let me ask a question.
Okay. What's the question? While I'm judging people.
On the show, The Parkers, was Monique not Pepe Le Pew?
She was absolutely. If she could float in the air, she would have. She was a creep. She was a straight up creep. I stopped watching the show. It was scary.
So okay, we're in agreement. Monique was Pepe Le Pew on the Parkers.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna say. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say much about that show because I'm not gonna try to stop a black woman's money.
No doubt. You wanna know what's so crazy?
What?
Kim was down on Moesha.
You right. She was all over Hakeem.
Hakeem.
Yeah. She was Pepe Le Pew.
She was very obsessive. That's because she got it from her mama. This is why you need to raise your kids right. Put them in washing machines and stuff. Then they'll behave.
You know what? Let's ask. Okay, here we got. Okay, we got a question. Okay, here goes my question here now.
Okay.
So now, did they play those roles because they're a little bit overweight?
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
If they wasn't overweight, would it be funny that he was
in the 90s and 2000s? It would have been unrealistic for a production company to actually put out a show where a big woman got played. So they decided to make it funny, and they played up their weight, and the whole show is about them being fat.
All the way down to Lydia Goodman.
All the way down to who?
Lydia Goodman.
Lydia Goodwin?
Bro, I got names.
Steve Harvey. You know the fat white girl?
Dang, you ain't wrong. That's Lori Beth Denberg, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Homeboy. It's my home. Listen, let me tell you something. She's from All That. Okay, she's from all that. So you don't know because you are old like Khary, and I'm a young woman. I am very young in my youngest years. Don't ask me how old I am. That's rude.
Right now, just
what?
Now, you saying I'm an old nigga?
What?
So I was out with this girl one time, right?
You said I'm an old nigga.
I was out with this girl one time, right? We was out and chilling and shit like that. She was like half my age, okay? She was like half my age, right? We went to this little spot, and I bumped into this dude I knew, right? I used to buy weed from him. You know, I knew him because I bought weed from him, right? And we were just all chilling and talking and shit like that. And she was like, "Yo, how do you know Khary?" He was like, "Guess." Hey, right? He was like, "Guess." She was like, "What? Y'all went to school together?" This nigga said, "Hell nah, that nigga old nigga." I was like, yo. Yeah. I was like, damn, nigga.
Sir, can you have some respect for your elders?
You know, I was like, damn, nigga. I'm old, but I ain't that old, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez, guys.
Jeez. That nigga, yeah, he said, "Oh, hell no, that nigga old." I said, "What the fuck?"
Gosh.
I was like, I was like, yo,
don't even put me in that category.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm only like 10 years older than you, my G. The nigga was like, "Oh, hell no, that nigga old as fuck." I was like, damn.
Yo, have you realized that these jits, like if you're even like 3-4 years older than them, they cannot fathom it. When I was younger, I hung out with everybody, so I don't understand it. But kids now, they're like, "Oh, you're 30. Oh, what's that like?" It's like I do the same stuff you do with more money than you. I don't understand your question.
Yeah.
What is that like? You be happy if you make it to this.
For real. You know.
Good thoughts.
Yeah, but you know what?
Pretty good.
I remember being like 24, 25 and shit like that.
I know you remember.
I remember it. So I remember looking at people that was like 30 and like, God damn, y'all niggas is old. You know, not realizing like in 5 years I'm gonna be that age, or 5 years prior I was 20. Like, you really don't realize it at that time. You know, it's wild. But I remember being that age, and I remember being like, "Yo, old." I remember being a kid and my parents telling me, "Yo, everything you've done, I did."
And you're like, "No."
I remember them saying that. And I'm like,
No.
Nigga, you've always been old. Like, you've always, like, there was no way you was like doing me at my age. There's no way. You've always been old. And I'm like,
always been Morgan Freeman, huh?
Yeah, I've always been like, even if you was a kid, you wasn't like me. I always, you know? And now I'm like, you know what? They probably did a lot of the shit I did. I just don't know it. You know, they probably did some wilder shit.
Sorry.
They probably did some wilder shit because they grew up in a time where everybody thought everybody was wholesome. And now we all know that's complete bullshit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very wholesome. I've been wholesome my whole life.
Yeah, right. You know, back in the, when you look at TV and shit back
wholesomely
in
bad.
Shut up, bees. I see you.
You know, back in the days, everybody felt like, oh, they might just have a little peck here and there. Nobody's having sex, you know? That's why it was so like taboo.
Easy to get away with things. Oh.
That's why it was so taboo for like somebody to get pregnant before they was married back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
You had to go live in a center if you got pregnant. It was like, all right, you're going to go to this center for girls. Okay, you can't be around the regular kids because you're weird.
Yeah, you know.
Nowadays, they be like 3 kids before they graduate, walking across the stage pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go give birth after this. I'm going to induce today. You know what I'm saying, girl? You know, so yeah.
Yo, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Got like 2 kids before you graduate?
Am I wrong?
No,
you're not.
I answered that too fast, huh?
Yeah, Khary.
Because you know somebody like that. You knew somebody like that.
So
you were somebody
I wasn't gonna like shout them out like that. Let me take this. Let me take this fucking Monique or Pepe Le Pew off the screen.
Okay.
Let's jump into the next topic. That wasn't even a topic. It just came up. But all right. So,
Monique Pepe Le Pew? Question mark.
So both of y'all are taken. You know, I actually haven't touched a dating app in a while now. You know, but Tinder, it's recently been reported that Tinder is going to start allowing people to run background checks on people they're going to go on dates with. You know, and,
why?
Okay, so the report is said to include information such as the potential match's arrest record, restraining orders, history of violence, convictions, and more.
Sorry, I think that you need to just let these people do this stuff. They already gonna do this stuff anyways. Let them do the damn work themselves. Okay, stop giving it to them so easy. Bees, it's on you, Bees.
Yeah, I think that's dope, but it's got to be on both sides. Because guess what? Chicks beat up dudes too.
You're right. You're right.
They do.
It does need to go both ways. I think it will. It probably will go both ways.
Can I say something? Can I just? Go ahead. I know that I'm supposed to be but can I just? Khary, can you do me a quick favor? And while I tell the story, just Google Trinity Cove, Newport Richie. Okay, Trinity Cove, Newport Richie. I just want to say something. Bees, you right. Women do be beating on men. But I want y'all to see the location of a beatdown that occurred. And I want you to understand why. Show the image result for that apartment and just show a building that it might look like. Trinity Cove, Newport Richie. Do you want to know who was in this building you're about to see? I'm looking domestic violence calls, okay? Do you want to know who was in this building? This is where Stacey Dash from Clueless was in these regular ass hood apartments in Newport Richie, Florida, beating on somebody she claimed was her husband, but then was like, I gotta go back to LA. I don't even live here. Bruh, don't let these people lie to you that women aren't crazy, okay? She was in these regular old apartments. Y'all can Google it yourself. Just look, just for your shits and giggles. Just look at where Stacey Dash was beating and scratching on a nigga few years back. Okay, my bad, B. My bad, Khary. I just felt like it was, I just need people to understand that you can come from anywhere and you can go anywhere. Don't let anything make you think you're too hot. Because Stacey Dash was on Clueless. She was the baddest of the baddie and was in Trinity Cove, Newport Richie, scratching on her.
I remember when that story came out, too. I remember when that story came out.
What we talking about, Khary?
We was talking about Tinder allowing background checks. I'm not sure how we got there.
That's why, because he probably met that dude on Tinder.
I agree. I actually agree with that. And he was like, is this Stacey Dash? You don't want
possibly.
that. I should have done the background check.
I haven't used them apps in a while. You know, I have used them in the past. But I think I would actually do that's probably like a pay feature though, huh? Probably.
What?
Of course it is.
Definitely a pay feature.
You want to have sex with random people safely? Pay. It's not prostitution. We promise.
But that's definitely probably
sexual records. Health records are going to cost extra. Okay, we've got to hack the medicals for that.
When you were single, if you could do background checks on people, would you?
Absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
No?
Absolutely not.
B says yeah, you say no.
Absolutely not.
I need to know if you got bad credit when you show up.
No.
I need to know what you owe.
No.
No, listen.
I don't think what's that? Say that again?
Because your shit is not going to lead over to me.
Yeah, I don't think that information is needed like before you meet somebody, though some people would probably say that's helpful, but I don't think that information, I think that information is probably good after you get to know somebody.
Correct.
Right, but I don't think I need to know somebody.
You need to know that in the beginning, bro.
What's that?
The only reason.
Say that again.
You need to know that in the beginning, bro.
Huh?
You need to know stuff like that in the beginning, bro.
Well, okay, a lot of that. Okay, so maybe credit information in the beginning. I don't think you need to know that. You know, like now background checks.
Just ask them to take a screenshot of their Credit Karma, baby. If you really that curious and y'all know y'all gonna have to pay for the future, just be like, listen, what you willing to share with me? Because I could get it if I want it. You know what I'm saying? And just let them share if you really that desperate. Do your own stalking. Get what you need to know, because someone presenting you with an all-encompassing picture or what you think is, you're going to have this vision of this person. You're not going to be able to get to know them. It's pointless. The only way it's beneficial is to make sure that before you go have random casual sex with these people, because that's really what you're using Tinder for, the only reason it's valuable is to make sure you don't get murked. That's it. But otherwise, that's not the right way to start a relationship. That's creepy. That's real creepy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's like, you know way too much about me without me actually even talking to you.
Look at Beans back there creeping. Nah, I like it. If I could, I'm glad for y'all young folks that y'all got.
See.
No, I need to know what type of crazy you are. I can tell what type of crazy you are about certain shit. You know what I'm saying?
So you can tell what type of crazy a woman is based on her credit history?
No,
based on her credit report?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
No,
That's a lie.
Man. It doesn't
be like, I know everything.
It doesn't tell you details like that, Bees. It doesn't tell you details like that. So
listen, no nigga actually ever tell you her credit score anyway.
No, she's not. She's not. But I'm saying the information isn't gonna tell you the details. So like, if she owes a company X amount of dollars, it's just gonna say she owes X amount of dollars. It's not gonna say she owes X amount of dollars because she broke her ex-boyfriend's window and she didn't want to pay this bill. You know, it's not gonna say shit.
Can
like
I
that.
say this? Look, you guys, let's just be honest. If you are about to go have random casual sex, because that's all Tinder is really for, let's just continue to remind each other before we start any point with this.
It's not necessarily for
ma'am,
people,
let me talk to you, ma'am. I'm not going to talk to the sirs here.
On there.
Ma'am, do you really want to know that dude that clearly looks like a felon is actually a felon before you go have random casual sex with him? You don't really want to know you want to feel dangerous, but you don't want to know how dangerous he is, ma'am. You better calm down.
Oh, shit. You said you want to feel dangerous, but you don't want to.
Bees, we got to remember, Bees, that Khary is talking about, he's trying to get our advice of should he have the paid membership on Tinder or not. And I think that we should tell him.
Okay. I'm definitely never paying a dating app. I'm definitely never would pay a dating app.
It's the closest thing you get to paying for pussy. Let's just be real, okay? So let's just not. All right. It's new school paying for it.
I would never pay
exactly. That's why you don't do that. You don't do that, y'all.
Dating app on Tinder, I can't.
Even though some people will say I paid for pussy, you know. What? I'm saying some people would say.
Who? The people that were they prostitutes?
No. The people that would say I paid. So the people that would say I've paid for pussy would be like, nigga, have you ever had a girlfriend? And I'd be like, yeah. And they'd be like, well, you paid for pussy. And they'd be like, oh, you took her out to dinner, right? You did this, right? You did that, right? That's paying for pussy. I'm like, nigga, I don't see that as paying for pussy.
You know, this is objectification at its worst. And I really just feel like you guys need to calm down and really think about what you're saying here. We've got nice women watching this show right now. And that is not how you talk about a woman's hygiene and privacy. That's rude.
Yo, some people would say that. Some people would say that, though. I wouldn't agree with them. I'd be like, nigga, you bugging. You know? I'd be like, nigga, you bugging.
Khary's like, some people, but you know, I'm a gentleman. And I know that technically, ma'am, I'm paying for your mind and not your booty.
Because she bought me dinner and she got some that night, too. So, you know, it's not always me buying dinner. Sometimes she might buy dinner and she might get some.
So by dinner, do you mean? Never mind. All right. All right.
Let's see what's going on.
What's next?
Let's see what's going on over here in the chat. So what's what people are saying in the chat. So
we got some people talking in the chat. What y'all talking about?
That's right. I'm not sure what she said that's right about, but she says that's right. But she also said
who said that?
Timonisha Conti over here in the chat. And Cheryl says, I believe in background checks. When I start dating again, trust and believe I'm going to do background checks. Since I used to work for the police department, I'm going to find out everything. Oh. She says she's background checking you dudes. She says she's going to use her police connections to find out all the shit about you based off your license plate. That's what she says she's going to do.
Cheryl, what Cheryl's trying to avoid is legging you, yo.
It's what?
It's legging you. She's trying to avoid shooting you in your leg.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to do it, so I'm gonna save you the trouble of lying to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna come for you. I'm with you, Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? I keep a peace, so you just keep your peace, Cheryl. Don't let these people play with you. Go ahead and get your background check, baby.
Cheryl gonna show the badge, like, yeah, I popped his ass.
But you know what? You know what? I actually had like a couple more stories, but it's already getting late. But I want to get into this topic though. But all right, so Bees, you told me about a story earlier today. I got a couple stories here, but we're just gonna jump to this one real quick, and then we're gonna jump into this topic real quick and shit like that. But you told me about some shit today. I actually saw it earlier, but I didn't like see it. So there was a murder. I'm not even sure what city it was in, but there was a murder because of the tax refund and stimulus. Indiana?
Ooh, the Midwest.
Yeah.
Midwest, child.
Yo, shit went left. Went left. So, you know what? Go ahead and explain it, Bees. Go ahead and explain it, because I was about to explain it, but I already said I'm going to let you explain it.
Shot the kids, shot the dog, he shot up the house, bro.
Shot up the house.
Like,
so, yeah.
The Stimmy. Over the Stimmy.
So dude went over to like his baby mom's. He went over to like his baby mom's crib or wherever he thought she was gonna be, and she was there. She was there with.
I know where you at.
She was there with her mother, her brother, and I believe her daughter, which is also the man's daughter, I believe. And the man came over and he started demanding money. He wanted money. He wanted half the tax refund and half of whatever the.
You know why, right? You know why, right?
Because he's paying child support.
Can't get and you can't get the stimulus if you on child support if you got back pay, and everybody got back pay the way the system's set up. So that's why he came in there asking for what's half of his, and she was like, "Haha, it's in my account, sir." And he was like, "Oh, we gonna see about that."
Yeah, so
got no back pay.
He asked for half. She said no. He asked for half. He said no. She said no. He was demanding it. Her brother was there. Her brother stepped in and was like, "Yo, fam." She said no. She said, "You ain't gonna get shit, so bounce, nigga." And then I think he pushed him. And when he pushed him, nigga pulled out. Blam, 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 blam. I guess he laid everybody down except himself.
Including his own daughter.
He laid down everybody but himself. 4 people died. The police actually found him later hiding in an attic in some house somewhere.
Why do they always go to attics? What is up with attics?
I guess they think nobody's ever gonna look in the attic. I'll tell you what, if I gotta hide from police, I'm hiding in a spot that has multiple exits.
Correct. Not boxing myself into the top of a house.
Like if I'm gonna hide from a cop, I'm gonna hide from a cop in Walmart. That shit got multiple exits. I'm gonna be like
you gonna hide from the cop,
nigga. I'm gonna be tucked in like a clothes rack, like in the middle, like I'm a little kid. You know how you was a little kid used to hide in the clothes racks? I'm gonna be in like a clothes rack in Walmart. If I think they coming, I can jet mad directions. Attic, you can't run nowhere. You can't run nowhere in the attic. So yeah, but he got caught in the attic. He got caught in the attic. So I was talking to Bees earlier. Bees was like, "Yo, what type of toxic shit was going on that kind of resulted in this? Was there some toxic shit? Did he just spaz one day, or was there like some toxic shit that led up to this?"
Listen, let me tell you something.
Which that kind of gets us into our main topic of these
Midwest countries, and some of the niggers they got out there. See, they different. Like let's really talk about what.
What's that? You said they different in the Midwest?
All niggers ain't the same.
He's not lying.
You got. Let me break it down to you. You got your West Coast nigger, right?
That's right.
You got your East Coast nigger.
Right.
You got your dirty South nigger.
Right.
I'm starting to get offended by the way he's saying nigger.
Let him finish.
And then you got your Midwest nigga. All right?
Okay.
Now your Midwest nigga is like Oklahoma, Indiana, Idaho,
St. Louis,
St. Louis, places like that. Chicago. See, and think about it.
Or the capital.
How they act in Chicago?
Real weird.
That's the Midwest. That's just the Midwest.
Okay.
But the black folks in the Midwest are different for real, bro. They're not like the black folks anywhere else. And the white folks in the Midwest are like they're their own breed, like Minnesota, And so when you've got white folks and black folks very segregated in the Midwest, there's actual like whole towns. Like, we think about like Chinatown and Koreatown. It's like, no, bro, they have whole towns. It's like only black people over here. That's that Tulsa shit. So yeah, bro, you ain't lying. That's that Midwest mentality, bro. But come on, man, he's not the only person who's gone in a crime of passion and just killed everybody. People do it all over the place.
It wasn't a crime of passion. It was a crime of Stimmy.
But okay, B.O.B.
This the government fault. That's the government fault. The government need to send people bae money. Stop sending people money to people baby mamas.
Now,
y'all know what that relationship is.
Now, didn't we just see a video? Didn't we just see a video? Didn't we just see a video last week of a dude that walked into the crib?
The police.
Yeah, that walked into the crib with the police, and that was in Queens. He walked into the crib.
Blazing.
Yeah, he walked into the crib where the police was at. He knew police was there. He walked in there with his gun out. Bang, 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 bang.
Dang.
So I'm not sure if we can hold this to a regional thing or if we should just talk about the region of motherfuckers' minds that are kind of like extra.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
This whole generation is breeding a lot of, not generation, that sounds like I'm talking about the people. This whole era of our time is breeding a lot more toxicity than I think we've ever had before because of social media, blah, blah, blah. It's just the way everything's falling together.
I blame it on memes.
It is.
No, this goes to a conversation I had earlier today. Were you raised on love or were you just raised to survive?
Dang, that's real.
That's facts.
It's hard in the Midwest. Did you guys know that there are food deserts? Like, where I live, I can find a Publix. Even in the country, you can find a Publix somewhere nearby. You can find a Walmart somewhere near. You can find something. But I actually have done a couple cross-country road trips, and the only food that they have is fast food in a lot of Midwest places. Miles and miles, especially if you live in the hood, if you live anywhere where there's no money, a store, them Kroger's and all them, they're not coming out there. Even Publix go to the hood. Them other places, they are not coming to you. So these people, when you talk about survival, this is like they can't even eat. So it is true. I do think the Midwest might be a little scary, bro.
Oh, man.
I do think, but people are crazy everywhere.
Call in and let us know what it's like.
I know, bro. It's gutter.
But what you was also saying about raised off of love versus raised off survival, Beast.
Yeah.
Like when you raised off love, you raised differently towards people.
Yeah.
It also goes with getting out of your region and seeing how others live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you have a different aspect look at life. You know what I'm saying? Life is then enterprising. But when you're in one place and then it's like mama doing this, daddy doing this,
straight up,
and you out doing this, and you 13, you feel me?
Yeah.
You basically like raising yourself. So it comes to a point when you look at your parents and you're like, yeah, these motherfuckers don't even give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's just me.
And then it's like this.
So when it comes to that, it's kind of like if I feel like my parents and these people don't give a fuck about me, why the fuck should anybody else give a fuck about me?
Well, and that's the point, I think, even about love, is there's no humanity in survival. It's you. But when you have love, you can see the humanity in people, like talking about going and visiting other places. So I think that's a really good point.
Yeah, I was raised with love, y'all. I wasn't raised with survival, which I'm blessed to have been raised with love. You know,
Straight up.
and I was raised with love from more than my parents too. I was raised with love like from my aunts and uncles and shit.
Yeah.
Like everybody was involved in trying to keep me right, yo, and trying to make sure
It was that village.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like trying to make sure my shit was straight, yo. And I've realized growing up, as I've grown up and shit like that, not everybody has had that. You know?
No.
So it's
Yeah.
yeah, there's a big difference between people's upbringings being based off of growing up off of survival versus growing
It's like
off of love.
it's like, check it out like this. Like, there's somebody that goes into a situation of you've been raised by survival. You understand what I'm saying? And then you get into a situation where maybe you got a friend or somebody you deal with, and they take you to a situation where it's love.
Mm-hmm.
And it freaks the survivor out.
It's terrifying. Absolutely.
It's terrifying.
They don't trust it. And they definitely cannot trust it, bro. They feel like they got to be watching everybody because it's like, are you trying to disarm me? Are you trying to trick me? What's going on here? This can't be real.
Right.
What is this authentic, genuine, unconditional, I don't got to do nothing for it love? Nah, that's terrifying. That's why, unfortunately, I think that a lot of Black men struggle, and we don't want to talk about mental health. We don't want to talk about this. And Black men have been forced just on a societal level to stand up and survive so much around them in this world. So even coming in from just having love from anybody, it doesn't even have to be from a Black woman, just love from any person can feel like, nah, bruh, I can't do this, because unfortunately, a lot of us come from crabs in a bucket type mentality. So when you think about it, the women can get out away with it. The women, we're softer, we're able to, but men in our society are expected to be a certain way. Black men deal with it the worst. So yeah, man, I feel like, Khary, what did you need? B, you know what? It's all right. Y'all grown.
What you saying?
No. But I'm just saying, I think that some of the people who deal with it the hardest, unfortunately, in our day and age, are Black men. That's why everybody went crazy last year with George. That's why that went like that. So we're starting to realize that, there is love, and I think that Black men are finally coming in. That's why I was talking about Toby earlier too. Black men are finally coming into a time where they can feel safe. We're coming in, we're stepping up, we're elevating ourselves, and it's different. It's a different space, and love is a lot more available to us. What's up?
Like my father, my uncle, kind of hearing about their upbringings, it's like, okay, they was kind of raised off survival, and I can see the way that they act and interact with people is a little different, like my uncle, for example, when he had a lot of brothers and sisters, he was like, when we was growing up, they actually had locks on the cabinets, so you couldn't get the food because they had limited food for so many mouths, and then she was like, so we used to be able to open it up a little bit and grab something out the front. So she was like, so it became to where my mother would actually start putting the nasty shit that she knew we didn't like the vegetables and shit at the front, Oh man, and shit like that. So when I'm after hearing stories like that and kind of seeing how he kind of acted at dinner time and shit like that, and I kind of see that difference, like when I'm in my crib, it would be like, I just be eating my food however the fuck I want to eat it, And when I'm at my uncle's house, he's like, Khary. He's telling me to eat. Like I need to hurry up and eat so nobody else get my shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he was like, that's not how you eat. He was like, that's not how you eat. He's like, you over here. He's like, you want to eat? What's that?
Has your uncle been locked up?
No, he hasn't been locked up. He hasn't done time. He might have been arrested, but he never did time.
That says a lot.
He never. That
says a lot too.
I think maybe his brothers did, but he didn't. But he was like,
well, his brothers probably was eating his food.
He was like, Khary, that's not how you eat your food. He was like, you over here, you want to eat your chicken, then you want to eat your mashed potatoes, then you want to eat your peas. He's like, nah, man, you get a piece of chicken, you get some mashed potatoes, you put some peas all in a fork, and then you eat it. I'm like, damn, why the fuck you rushing me? I'm trying to enjoy the taste. I can't enjoy the taste if I got to taste 7 different
Food don't taste around here, cuz.
I can't enjoy it if I gotta taste 7 different things at the same damn time, nigga. You want me to eat my motherfucking mashed potatoes, steak, peas, and cornbread like a fucking sandwich? Nah, man.
But you know what?
I remember him and my aunt actually getting into it. She'd be like, yo, just let him eat how he wants to eat. He's like, nah, that's not how you eat. I'm like, yo, I just want to eat some food. I don't like my food touching. Can I just be?
Nah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I don't want my food touching.
I don't want to touch it at all, but don't tell me how to mix my food. I'm not down with that.
You know,
but look, I'm saying, like, if you think, first of all, I just want to say that your auntie obviously was like, listen, I got to deal with your shit, but he should not. You let that boy eat his food. Now, that's my first of all. Okay?
Shout out to my Aunt Lydia, yo. Shout out to my Aunt Lydia for trying to defend my way of eating.
Oh, look, this is what I think we have to acknowledge, that even though our society and everything is just kind of becoming more and more toxic. We're starting to see, like, think about it. Cancel culture is a result of toxic, everything's just in your face. But I will say this, in the same way that you were able to notice, yo, my uncle is different because of this. It's like the same thing as probably the generations before us looking at our Depression era grandparents and great grandparents go, oh, I see why you hoard your food or save aluminum foil, and so I feel like it's beautiful that
crazy saving aluminum foil.
I feel like you should, I say everything. I got everything you need. You needed this right here at my house. But so yeah, it's like I think the beautiful part about it is even though it reveals a lot of our toxicity and where we're broken and dysfunctional, it's pretty dope to also see how this society and being that we got more money and more accessibility, we're also able to see and learn from each other a lot more easily. And so that's where I think that culturally speaking, even though we're getting more toxic and dealing more and diving into it, slowly but surely, we're going to get tired of that shit. Like, I think Trump really helped with that. And whether you like him or not, it was just a really tough time in the country. We hadn't been dealing with that for a long time. And it's like people are just fucking over it. You got everything going on in the world, everybody getting sick, blase. So it's like, I'm over it. And I think people are going to start leaning out of the toxicity and trying to stop seeing that kind of stuff in the news, people killing people over stimulus checks and stuff. I feel like we're trying to get to a point to get better. And it's because the same thing that's making us more toxic is also blessing us with awareness. So it just depends on that love or that survival in you and whether or not you can shift. Because some people, they struggled, they wanted to survive, and then they got love. And life after the struggle, they still got that survivor mentality and they don't know how to fight it off. So it's a challenge out here, but it's possible. And I see that we're starting to make some changes to the better.
But you know something with what you're saying, you gotta want better. Just because you got money and all that, don't mean that you want better. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got some people that don't want better living.
Yeah, not real.
And that's the toxic part of it. And that's the part I mean, like, when I say you're not broadening your horizons, you're not what you call it. Like, if you want better, you should want to live better. If you have the means to live better, why deal with the bullshit?
Right. Absolutely.
You know I don't see nothing wrong with, like, when they say, oh, he got mad money and he moved up out the hood and all that. Guess what? I moved up out the hood, so I ain't got to deal with a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Correct. Peace of mind, bro.
Down to.
On point.
Straight up.
It ain't got nothing to do with because I don't want to be around y'all and what you call it. Listen, my mentality got bigger. But you know what I'm saying? Since it's crabs in a barrel, you're going to look at me like I'm wrong because, you know what I'm saying? I took the initiative or I took the goal to better myself and put myself in a position where I can live like this. You know what I'm saying? But then you're mad because you may not be as creative. But at the same time, a lot of people want you to help them, and you can't help them because you ain't where you want to be yet. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they bring the toxic bullshit into the situation, and it just...
Because people don't understand what an investment is. They think that's talking about like stocks. It's like, no, you can invest time and energy. And look, if I got to give you every $100 I get, that I could have saved up $1,200 and invested it. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand what that's like. You know,
what should be considered an investment? You know, is it any amount of time, or is there like past a certain threshold? You know,
I think it depends on what you need. I think it depends on what you're trying to shoot for.
If you're seeing somebody for like
investments of time,
if you're seeing somebody and now you're seeing them for maybe 2 or 3 months and you realize it don't work out, do you feel that was a bad investment in time, or was that just
opportunity cost?
That was the time spent to see if I should invest.
Opportunity cost. It depends on what you lost while wasting your time. If you were wasting your time, it's because you lost something. But really, the truth is, the average person doesn't lose anything wasting a few months with somebody. You're not wasting your time. That's bullshit. So I think it is the other thing.
You would have probably been single them the months anyway.
Exactly. And even if you weren't, you would have been finding out if somebody else wasn't, for you either. So come on. It's not like I was with you for 3 months and I could have been building and climbing Mount Everest. You wasn't climbing Mount Everest. You would have been doing the same thing with somebody else or by yourself.
You've been watching TV at your house.
Exactly. Straight up. So I don't think so. But again, it depends. Now, if you spent 5 years with someone, like in my case, where I was with someone who turned out to be gay, and again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. It's another thing if I'm your beard.
See, she kind of
don't make me your beard.
Yo, B, does she speed by that right there?
I'm a beard.
By that?
And so when you're a beard for someone, that's what's the time.
Trotted. She didn't use same bulk, but
Okay. I'm trying to show y'all the beard because I was a beard, and I had a them beards everybody got now. I had a beard. You know what I'm saying? I was a bushy beard. You know what I'm saying? Because dude was like really.
She's pretty much saying she was the man in the relationship.
Yeah, I was the man. And didn't mean to be. I just was.
Now, when you say dude was gay, did it turn out that he was really gay?
No.
Or you just felt he was kind of bitchy?
No. Like and again, I don't want nobody here should nobody or anything. I've been out for a long enough while where nobody knows him, so I don't want to out him. But there was just he had some questions about his sexuality, and that's how we ended our relationship. We ended our relationship with him saying, "Look, there are questions," and I said, "Listen, here's the thing. The first time I met you, I thought you were gay." And when we got divorced, everyone was like, "Oh, he was gay." And it's like, why did you guys not say? Why everybody want to be like, "I knew it all along"?
When you thought he was gay, what made you change your mind?
So one time when we first met, we was at work. It was real quiet, and I was shadowing him during an interview. So I thought maybe he was just whispering. You know what I'm saying? Because then later we went out together, like on a little like friend date, and he was like, "I'm really into sports, yeah." Really, sports are everything. He was from Chicago Bears, every sport, yeah. Okay. And so he was really aggressive, and I was like, okay, maybe this guy he was just at work being quiet. He was a professional. He was like the best on the team. So I thought maybe he was just in his little zone. Well, then he would do stuff like twirl around like a ballerina, just randomly walking through the house. What? But then it was like he really but listen, he really listen, wait, he really liked he really liked Michael Jackson. Like he loved Michael Jackson. Like, and he just
shit in the house. He was doing this shit in the house.
Not like this, but he would be like Michael Jackson, like grab his crotch, like and he would Michael Jackson spin, and then he'd be like, and he wouldn't but you know what I'm saying? He really loved Michael Jackson. Like he thought he looked like Michael Jackson, black Michael Jackson, not white Michael Jackson. Just I want y'all to understand. So
okay.
Yeah. So there were things he did that I was like, you know what? I'm just not from the Midwest. That's what I used to say. I'm from, where I'm from. He's from where he's from. Maybe it's a cultural thing. And then he was foreign. He grew up in the Middle East, even though he was black and Jew. It was weird. So I kind of made excuses for this person.
Black and Jewish.
He was a black person that went over there to Hebrew Israelites. You know them the ones they Africans, but they go to Israel. They be like, we from here, and they take over. He actually lived over there. He lived over there. Nah, he was with the one that them Jews over in Harlem was recruiting. He was the one who actually went to the place they were trying to get you to go to. He was born in Israel. Born there.
Okay.
in the cult, on the cult property, like cult crazy
So
polygamy.
he had the bracelets and all that.
He had it all. He on Saturday Shabbat they would shut the whole world down. Like it was like no electricity. Like he lived like that. Straight up, bro. That was him. So I just thought maybe he was just different. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've noticed that a lot of foreign dudes, and I say foreign being American, a lot of non-Caribbean, let me say that, European and Middle Eastern and other foreign dudes have a tendency, they have these things that I would see as a feminine trait, but then I realize knowing them, they're not feminine at all.
You're right.
But it's because there's certain things that hand gestures
that
and...
Yo, this nigga, I was like, is this nigga gay?
But they're
like,
not.
No,
it's just the way they talk.
He's just foreign.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you have to understand there were reasons. But finally, at the end, I just came out and I just asked him, like, yo, are you gay? And his answer to me was, there have been some questions, and I paused the conversation there because I was like, no. And then later we talked about it again.
Yeah, if the answer is just no.
Correct.
Then there's some questions you need to find out for yourself. Okay.
So yeah, that was to me, that was toxic. That was toxic. You knew. And there was so much more that was toxic. We ain't gonna spend too much more time on that because that's a lot. But there was a lot going on that I was like, yo, this isn't right. I've never
questioned my sexuality. I've never questioned whether I was gay or straight. I've always known I've liked women. I've known I like pussy.
I like where I came from.
Yeah.
I like the opposite of what you guys like. You know what I'm saying?
like I've pulled up porn sites. And like the transsexual column has been there, and I've been like, yeah, that's not me.
No,
that's not for me.
Not even a little curious. This is good. Yeah. I know what I like. I know I'm here.
Scroll pass.
Lesbian.
Scroll pass.
Cunnilingus. Analink. Oh,
you telling? She's telling us her porn searches. She's telling us her porn. Searches.
No more. I no longer watch porn. It's been 25 years. I finally stopped. All right.
What are my porn searches?
Khary.
I'm not even gonna
Oh, Khary, I get it.
I'm gonna search that tonight and see if it comes up. Khary.
Oh,
I'm gonna search Khary and see if
it
it comes up. I promise you, I won't come up. I promise you that. But I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look now.
He's saying that because he don't want y'all to check, but he's gonna check because he don't promise. He ain't sure if he's not on there. He doesn't know if
I'm not coming up. I'm not coming up. I don't have no videos in the public realm to be searched and shit like that. So I'm just gonna say that.
Stop lying.
Yo, I kind of feel like taking one more shot.
Khary, if you take another shot, this show will go on and on and
one more shot. Okay, I'm gonna take half a shot. Okay. And 75% of a shot.
He's gonna take the whole shot. Can y'all just...
One more shot.
This is a whole shot. It's a whole shot.
That's it. Babe, but I tell you what.
What?
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
I thought he was gonna say something about toxic people, y'all. I was wrong.
In about an hour, I'm gonna be like this in about an hour. I'm gonna be just like this.
We're going to be like, Khary, turn off the live stream.
About an hour, I'm going to be just like that. The stream's going to end. I'm going to be in here being silly with my dog. My daughter actually hit me up yesterday. She was like, yo, can you watch the dog? I'm going with my friends to someplace, and Mom don't want me to leave the dog here because she don't want to do shit. So can you watch the dog for me? I said,
daughter.
Yeah, so
don't talk about your mother that way. Respect your elders.
So I got the dog here tonight and shit like that, and the dog is in the back room right now. I did have it out here with me earlier, but the dog
it's probably eating your shoes, Khary.
No, it's eating your shoes. It's in the crate. It's in the crate. It's been in the crate since I started the show. So when do you have a shoe anywhere near there? Because I had my dog in the crate when he was only 3 months old, and he found a way to get something from outside the crate into his crate and then shredded it and then got everything out of his crate. So we walked into the house and he was in his crate with only a couple little pieces of paper, and yet all around his crate everything was shredded. It was insane. So Cheryl over here says the silhouette.
Oh yeah.
She said the silhouette of me might come up.
Ooh. Oh, so
and I'm laughing. So did any of y'all see the silhouette challenge?
Yes, it's very inappropriate. Okay, you need to cover your bodies, ladies.
I actually made a silhouette challenge and sent it to one person. It was only.
So Cheryl got the silhouette from you.
No, Cheryl.
And she's telling you that she put your silhouette on Pornhub.com.
No, Cheryl didn't get the silhouette. I mentioned it before that I made a silhouette.
Cheryl, don't send it to me because I don't want it. But go ahead and put it on the internet so Khary can get famous.
So she's trying to say whoever I sent the silhouette challenge to made that shit public. You know,
you can call him Khary Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be on the Pornhub. So y'all just go ahead and check it out. It's on there. It's on there somewhere. He keeps saying it's not, but it is.
Yeah,
it's on there.
I don't think it's out there.
Bees and I cannot give any credibility. We don't know what's on the Pornhub when you search Khary, but it's there. So just go look.
Ain't nothing on Pornhub when you search my name. Nothing whatsoever. You know.
All right. Okay. So toxic people. What's next?
Yeah. What else we got? What else we got about? We got anything else about toxic people? Are we ready to move on? Y'all got anything else? Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat got anything about toxic people? Mm-hmm. I think toxic people wouldn't be so toxic if they learned how to communicate. That's what I think.
And put some love in their heart and follow Jesus and drink some water because you're thirsty and eat a Snickers because you're nasty when you know.
Well, you should. You know what? Never mind.
Lemongrass and cherries.
But
yeah, all that. Get you with Bees. He got some punch over there for you because I'm tired of it.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say now about
good.
Like that. Okay,
tangent averted. You're welcome, Carrington.
So from toxic people, let's go from toxic people to can you hang with the opposite sex? Let's give a little not backstory, but kind of like breakdown on how we came up with this. Oh, Raheem over here in the chat says, oh, y'all don't know about what? Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's take that off of there. He said, oh, y'all don't know about Khary Pornhub amateur video. Yeah, that does not exist. Does not exist.
The amateur, like, don't miss the keyword. You're gonna need this.
Oh, y'all don't know about Khary Pornhub amateur video. Yeah, Khary
got an OnlyFans. Khary had an OnlyFans since March. Tell the truth, Khary. You've been balling out on OnlyFans.
I thought about making an OnlyFans and just doing like mad helicopter videos, but I decided against it.
What? What's a helicopter?
A helicopter video. You know, when a nigga got his dick out, like his dick is out, and then he just starts like twirling and shit, and shit just start going.
You know, you like what the ladies used to do with their titties back in the day with them things, the tassels hanging. Y'all remember when they put the tassels on the titties and the ladies would be like, pew, pew,
yeah, kind of like that.
Pew.
Yeah, kind of like that. You know,
so helicopter titties, except where's your ball? Never mind, not your balls, but the ball. Never mind.
But I've never created my OnlyFans, but I joked about
Khary,
it before.
You're saying they should search Khary helicopter OnlyFans amateur.
There are no Khary helicopter
wherever you get your
videos. None of those
wherever you
exist.
Get your pornographic content. Don't forget to check out Khary helicopter amateur.
None of those exist unless, of course, I can make about $500,000 real quick. Then that shit would exist ASAP. You know, if I thought I could make about $500,000 in a month with an OnlyFans, I would.
Khary,
I would do an OnlyFans. If
anyone thought that they could make $100 million or $500,000 or whatever,
I just said $500,000. You know, but
if anyone believed that, everyone would be on OnlyFans. Khary.
Yeah, if I thought I could do
Bees would have been on OnlyFans last week.
I'll be on fans only.
You stupid. He said fans only.
that nigga B said looked like he was fucking Cobra fucking Command. No, he looked like fucking Serpentor from fucking G.I. Joe. That nigga did some snake shit. That nigga said all right, we just totally did not get into this topic, Neva. Can you?
All right, can you hang? Okay, but remember, because I think that if my ex is watching this right now, he wants you to understand that it's not just about the opposite sex, okay? Because there are people here who like same sex as well, so we need to make sure that we're inclusive to all ex-husbands of mine. So I want you.
Go ahead. Jump into it how you want to jump into it.
Let's have the traditional conversation, because traditionally the question is, are you really cool with your lady hanging out with her brother? Oh, it's my brother, my homeboy. Are you really cool with that? Okay, when you've gone through those situations, and you've allowed it, if you want to call it that, because it is, give and take in relationships. So you said, you know what, babe, that's cool. Go ahead. Are you really comfortable with it? And again, nowadays, let's just be real. This could be anything. So this could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, what your orientation is. Are you cool with someone hanging out with someone that they might could fuck? If they might could fuck, you cool with that or what?
Well, she gotta look like that.
The way she phrased it was wild. It was like if she might could fuck, if they might
inquiring minds.
If they might could, if they might could fuck, you probably shouldn't be hanging out with that person. For one.
What?
Yeah.
But anybody might could fuck.
No, not necessarily.
No.
Okay, I've hung out with.
It slipped. You can just might trip.
Yo,
I've hung,
and then fall into
so it's like this. I've hung out with women that no matter how drunk I got, I wouldn't smash. You know? Like I've hung out with, I know women that no matter how drunk I get, I'm not going to try to smash. One, because our relationship isn't like that. Two, I have respect for that person, or maybe even three, I'm just not attracted to them like that.
Which is, that bothers me, is no one ever leaves the third part. I feel like the third part's probably the most important part. It's like, why is it that just because that person has a penis or a vagina or whatever they might have, you know what I'm saying nowadays, whatever they've got, why do you have to assume that just because that exists, there must be a sex? Do you understand how many dudes I've been friends with that I don't even hug them because I'm like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe they stanky, you know what I'm saying? Or they always breathe real hard.
Now here's the difference.
Right?
This might be the difference, but it might not be the difference. But here's the difference. You feel like, towards them, like, ew, disgusting. I can't ever touch you. But
But they looking at me.
They're looking at you like,
So again, you just try me though. Because now you're saying that just because someone likes me, that I just would be like, oh, you think I'm attractive? Well, here's the pussy. I'm not, so again, you're still trying.
Not necessarily
and you're disrespectful and I don't like it.
That's not you though. That's them. That's them that's pretty much projecting that one day I'm going to get this. So men be projecting one day I'm gonna get this pussy if I'm just polite enough, long enough, Yeah,
it's the long game. That's called the long game. Not to be confused with the long stroke.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works for some people.
Friendly fuck. Just because I'm around at that moment.
Right. That works for some people.
Proximity.
That works for some people sometimes.
Just be there. It's called Bidening. You just be there, okay? You just be there.
Right. And it's not just for men. Women do that shit too.
Oh, absolutely. There's ugly women out there.
Women do that shit too. I had this woman try that shit with me one time. She kind of like, she hit me up. She was like, yo, I got to drive home. I got the crazy headache. I can't drive. Can I just stop at your place for a while? Yeah. And it turned into the whole fucking night.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Yes. Exactly. And I was like, well, you can sleep on the couch. I'll sleep in my bed. And when you wake up, you can go home, And then she tried to make that shit another day. That's the problem. I'm nice. So I kind of let her rock. I kind of let her rock.
Yeah, you did.
Plus.
You let her ruin your couch with her ugly.
Plus. She had a lot of good weed with her. She had a lot.
Well, that's different, Khary. You didn't mention that. You should have started with that. That's fine. She came with the goods.
She had a lot of good weed with her. So I was like,
start there.
I got Netflix. We could watch some movies and laugh and smoke weed.
And smoke all your weed? That. You want to come over to my house and smoke your weed? Your medicinal, great, crazy girl weed? Yeah, man. Bring it. Yeah. Sit down. I got a couch for you. You can sleep there. Yeah. But you got some money? You going to order the food too? Because I am providing the couch. So whatever else you can bring to the table.
I do have quite a few platonic friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have quite a few. I've had
you do have quite a few
shots, huh? I have quite a few. I have quite a few platonic friends, like, and not just people I've grown up with and known since I was in like first grade. Like I think that's a given for some people that when you've known some people since first grade, like y'all are just platonic friends Just
We
because,
talking about the easy stuff though. We're
right?
talking about a friendly dude who you from New York, you cool, I'm cool too. What's up? And you guys
No,
are friends.
I have
Let's talk
friends.
about the other side of it, which is the woman, because that's really the problem. See, women don't really trust a man to go hang out with a friend, but the truth is women are gonna size the woman up and kind of know like, oh, she's not gonna get
Okay,
it. Like it's fine.
So you and I are platonic friends.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
Never been on that vibe whatsoever.
I don't even think. Do we even hug? Do we hug? Have we hugged?
No, I don't think so. Actually.
So right.
So like, even though like I just pulled up on your table one night, it was always just platonic between us. I don't know why, but it has been that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
is that common? I don't know.
I think it's pretty common because I've always been a chick that hangs out with dudes, but I also know that pretty much everyone that didn't know me said I was a hoe. So, which was again pretty insulting because I definitely am not. So,
you know what?
Why would you think these dudes would hang out with me? You think they're like passing me around? Once a dude gets something, he's conquered that. He's not going to stick around. I got dudes who their kids call me auntie because I've known them for 13, 14 years, but you think I'm a hoe because you want to fuck my boy and you mad that I'm standing next to him and you're not. You bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I was too real. Because that's the truth. I got good looking homeboys. Look at Bees. Now Bees is taken, ladies. You can't have it. But look at Khary. Don't be jealous because I'm next to him. You could be here too. You need to calm down. Stop calling me a hoe because you're jealous.
Look at her putting me on the auction block and shit.
Wait, is there a percentage? Do I get a percentage of I could do that. I could handle it. 5%.
I'm not a hoe. I'm not for sale.
$25.
I'm not a hoe. I'm not for sale. Okay, let's just put that out there.
Are you sure? Can I just how about this? I can tell your background. All right, ladies, how about this? I will handle the background check. No Tinder required. Just come to me. My email is thefiregrace@ymail.com. And so just hit me up. I got the background check right here. I already did it because, before I'm friends with anyone, I make sure I do a background check on them to make sure their credit's normal like Bees. You know what I'm saying? He's like, so?
I'm about to step away for 1 second because I'm gonna grab a blunt. I need to roll another blunt here. But y'all go ahead and talk. I'm gonna turn my speakers on so you can hear what the fuck y'all saying. I'll be back in 1 second. What you said, Bees?
Oh, yeah, Bees.
So she was like, yeah, I gotta throw up or something about to say. Yo, doing that? That's what the shots are doing tonight?
But he come back like, well, guys. But he already gone. Look, just leave, Khary. just he's gone. All right. So, Bees.
Plus, what's up?
Opposite sex. Have you had female friends? And okay, actually, how about this? Have you ever had any in your whole 50,000 years of life, any kind of altercation with someone you've been with because of a female friend or associate? Has that ever even come up in your life?
Yeah.
So it's common because it's normal, right? It would be normal for you to be like, who's that bitch that you're with? What the f is going on there? But why? Why is it why? What about girls who grew up with brothers and cousins?
Yeah.
And just don't hang out with chicks?
Yo,
and that's predominantly what it's been like,
This is why it's good to have co-hosts.
I have like home girls.
You said you got 4 girls?
No, home girls.
Say that one time?
I got home girls.
Oh, home girls. Okay.
We hang out with, and there's nothing sexual at all.
Correct. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you convince your partner of that?
How do you convince your partner? I think it depends on communication.
For me, majority of the ones that is like that. I mean, there's some that I didn't grow up with, but majority of them are like I grew up with.
Right. They're really like your little sister or your cousin almost damn near because of that time.
Yeah.
It's like family. Well, and that's the thing too that a lot of people didn't understand about me. I started college at 16. So I was hanging out with dudes because chicks were so... Yeah, I was 16. Most people I was hanging out with were 19, 20, 21. And when a dude found out, like a good man found out that I'm 16, he was immediately like, I ain't trying to catch a charge. I'm in college, so you're my little sister. So it was hard for women to connect with that. Oh my god. Oh god.
Motherfuckers.
Can I just ask y'all?
What's that?
Why don't nobody consider? I skipped a grade, so I was in third grade for like the first half, like fall, and then spring I was in fourth grade, and everyone's like, "That's so cool." You know what? No one's ever considered. I don't know nothing about what we learned the first half of fourth grade or the last half of third grade. I don't know states. I don't know nothing. I don't know the names of this. I don't know anything important. Anyways, all right. So y'all think I'm so smart. I skipped all the stuff that you already know. So yeah,
No,
I'm not so smart, am I?
You passed the test that you needed to pass. That's what it was.
Actually, I was bad as hell. And the teacher was like, listen, can you send her to another teacher? And they were like, third grade don't want her, so send her to fourth because they don't know her yet.
How much do you actually have to do to get like skipped a grade?
Be bad, be super bad as hell, but be smart. Because if you're smart, they're going to say, oh, she's not being challenged. You know, all her work is correct. She's just bad as hell. So send her to be challenged. I got to fourth grade. The second weekend, they were like, ma'am, we're going to put her in fifth grade. My mom's like, she'll graduate at 14. No way. So yeah, bro. Well, yeah, I was just bad. It wasn't nothing special.
Well,
my nephew.
I kind of feel like I probably should have been skipped, but they just looked at me as lazy.
Because you already knew the stuff, so you didn't do no homework, but you passed your tests and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, you was smart. You was smart.
You know,
it happens.
I didn't.
They don't do nothing.
Like, I didn't do homework. I just passed my test and showed up like
one day he woke up and said, "You know what? I'm tired of this shit. Let me just take a test."
Yo, fam. I used to go home just go home with a folder. And I used to put my folder in somebody else's book bag. So in like 6th grade, I stopped carrying book bags to school. You know? So like the first week
of school, my outfit too fresh. Look
so
at
like
me.
the first
How dare you? I'm no
the first
backpack.
week of school, they would give me textbooks, and then I would take an extra textbook. So I would take one textbook that I leave at home, and then I would leave the other textbook in my locker. So now I didn't have to actually walk home with a book bag. I would just have.
You weren't lazy. You were smart.
Yes. I would just walk home with like nothing. Like my aunt would see me after school because she lived right by the school, and she would pick up my cousin, and she'd be like, "Yo, where's your fucking books?" I'm like, "Yo,
right here, auntie."
I'm like, "Yo, my folder's in my homeboy book bag because it don't weigh shit. It's just a folder with a piece of paper in it that has what my
How do you think you're so smart?
You know?
Just be normal, Khary.
Well, I tell you what. I took my GED at the age of 16 and passed it on the first try.
I'm out of here.
You know?
Get out of here.
That's what my pops did. He woke up one morning and was like, yo, please, you know, I'm kind of sick of the school shit, yo. I'm going to take a test, yo, just get this shit over with, yo.
Me and Bees, I went to like 4 different high schools. Me and Bees actually went to my last high school, me and Bees actually went to. The high school I actually got my GED from. And what he's telling you is true. I just woke up one day with like, yo, fuck this school shit. I'm going to get my GED. I'm going to go talk to the motherfucking dean today about
Was y'all working or you was just done with school? Because my pops quit school because he was like, I can make way more money out here working. So he literally quit, and like my dad's a multimillionaire now because of that.
I thought I could be a drug dealer, but I was bad at
it. Too nice. All right, I'll front you. Go ahead. You too cool. You want to smoke with me?
No, I told Bees this shit like either last week or the week before. But I just realized I was like a bad salesman, you know? You know? Like, you know how you say, yo, I got 2 for $5, right? My ass went out there one day, was like, yo, I got 5 for 2. You know? And that's when I realized I was a bad salesman. So I was like, yeah.
And by 2, I mean $20, not 2 tens. You know what I'm saying? Or 2, you know. So calm down, back away. It's not a blowout sale.
Nah. You went 5 bags.
Okay. So can you hang with the opposite sex?
It was supposed to be 2 for $5. It was supposed to be 2 for $5.
Khary. But I see why you got you a good job now.
Yeah,
you gotta have a good job.
That's why I'm a computer programmer now. That's why
no sales. Just data, plug it in, no confusion. Oh dear Lord. Okay. So Khary, what about you? Like, okay, I know that me and you, because especially with everything that happened in the world, the shutdown in 2020 and all that, and then I got booed up. Like shortly after we met, I met my dude who I'm still with now. So like, over time our hanging out got less and less. Was there ever a point where I or another homegirl, like in recent years, where someone you might have been dating was worried? Because I feel like we go to Smoking Words with that. There was one girl I know you had talked to for a little while, but she lived far. Remember, she came to visit. She was really sweet, and bruh, she didn't seem to trip off me at all. So it's like, what is the qualification of being worried about a homegirl? I guess she wasn't worried because we was with my dude. Maybe that's it, if she's single. But even then, that doesn't count because people cheat like it's nothing nowadays. So it's like, how do you really know? And again, what's the real problem? I talked to my dude about it, and he said, because, you know, I got a lot of homeboys, and he finally kind of talked to me. He said, I trust you now because I know you understand your motives, I understand your moves. But my thing is, I don't want to be a duck. I don't want to be sitting here and either y'all have fucked before or y'all right now and look like I'm, crazy.
Does it matter if somebody fucked before?
See, now to him it does. To me, it does too. So yeah, it does. I had to think about it for a second.
Okay, so
it does.
Okay, all right. So for y'all, if y'all fucked somebody before, y'all really can't be friends with them.
Not unless God comes to me in a dream and says, "My child, this person is going to help you become a trillionaire. So go ahead and follow."
Is there a time limit? Is there a time limit?
Nope, no time limit. No, not no 10,000 showers, and nope, not 600 moons have passed. I don't give a fuck how many times your penis, your vagina was together. Your vagina. Maybe there was a strap on it. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
the situation is. Look.
So I have a friend. A female friend. I have a female friend. I have a female friend. You know, I have a female friend that, okay, how old am I now? Okay, so I have a female friend that I had. No, I'm serious.
All right.
So so I have a female friend that I've been friends with for 30 years. You know?
30 years?
30 years. And we had sex.
Golly.
Okay, and we had sex 30 years ago.
Okay.
You know? But there really hasn't been sex in between that.
There really hasn't been sex in the 30 years in between. Listen,
right.
Let me ask you a question. When you say friend, do you mean I know someone that I had sex with 30 years ago? Or do you mean like we kick it all the time?
We don't kick it all the time, like as in every day. But we speak probably a few times a year.
Is there sexual tension? Like, when y'all be around each other, be like, remember when we were, I guess I'm assuming you were 80, so 30 years ago you would have been 50. So you're like, yeah, remember when we were 50?
No, there's no sexual tension. There's no sexual tension. There's no...
Bees, don't worry, Bees. Khary knows me. I love making fun of age. That's why he's not even listening to me.
There's no sexual tension. There's no reminiscing about, hey, remember when we was 13 years old?
Not interested.
And doing shit?
Not interested. Not interested. That's gross. Nope, inappropriate. Nope. No.
That's an inappropriate friendship?
Yeah, sorry. Nope, sorry.
Yeah?
Bees.
You said yeah, Bees?
Yeah.
So if you had sex with somebody when you was 13 and y'all haven't did shit since, but y'all are still cool at the age you're at now, that's inappropriate?
Okay, now that's not inappropriate because that's kind of puppy lovish.
Y'all was fucking like dogs, not puppies.
No, actually, it wasn't fucking like dogs. Actually, it wasn't fucking like dogs. Actually, so the friendship.
She's like, wait, that's my friend, guys. So we got to defend my friend.
So
30 years ago.
At the age of 13, okay, at least for me, at the age of 13, the first time I had sex. So like, if I had sex,
7.
If I had like sex at the age of 13, at the age of 13, if I had sex for the first time in like fucking March,
Bees was 6.
It wasn't. Bees was older than me. Bees was like a year or two older than me. So like, if I had the sex at the age of 13 in March, right? It's not like we had sex in March and now we had sex and now we're having sex every day. It was like...
It's like you had sex in March and then you didn't have sex again until like next March.
Until like July or some shit like that, you know? It was like...
Because you couldn't find nowhere to have sex because you're like kids.
It's because we're fucking 13, you know?
They're like, oh, is your mom home? Yeah,
Right.
sorry,
Because
gonna
we're
have to wait till
fucking
summer.
13. You know, it's not like it wasn't like, okay, we're 13, we had sex Monday, and now we having sex Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No, it's like we had sex Monday in March, and now we're gonna
beach ain't open all day.
right, and now we're not gonna have sex again until your motherfucking birthday in fucking July. You know?
I'm done. I'm sorry. I understand what you're saying because you're talking about proximity and frequency.
I'm talking about childhood, you know? Like
I feel like you think I don't understand time, childhood, the length of time between having sex. I understand all those things. And if you bring that bitch to my house, tell her she's gonna get cussed the fuck out. How about this? Oh, I got a story. Now I got a story for you and I want y'all to, now this is an interesting story. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one.
Let's go.
You're dating somebody. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're dating somebody.
Okay.
Now y'all getting tight. So you've been to this person's parents' house before. That's how tight y'all are.
Okay.
Y'all gonna go again to the parents' house. Okay. No big deal. It's normal, right? So you go over there, you kicking it, and all of a sudden your girl turns to you and she says, "Listen, babe, I'm sorry, but you know my parents' guest that's here right now? Yeah. Well, I had actually had sex with him a few years ago. I know he's my dad's friend, but I had fucked him, and I just didn't want to tell you later because listen. I know that it sounds crazy, but I did not know he was going to be
my
here.
Dad's friend.
Listen. I did not know he was going to be here. So when I invited you over, I had no idea. I feel like my dad kind of set me up right now, so I'm really sorry about this. But yeah, that guy that keeps casually sitting really close to me. Yeah, we fucked before, for a good month and a half. I think we kind of even moved in together and lived together. And then
wait,
is
this a personal story?
It's a very personal story, but I'm trying to project it onto you.
Okay.
So I'm projecting it onto you.
She's projecting.
Here you go. There's the story.
So just picture me here for some reason. Picture me and some other woman with some crazy shit going on.
Right. So you've been dating, you really like her, everything's cool, everything's normal. And the parents even seem to like you. So you're like, it's like a holiday. Oh, we're going over there for Easter or something, no big deal. Mm-hmm. You go over there, you sitting down, there's a house guest. You didn't know there was gonna be a house guest, but whatever. She just kind of, or he's over here, he's over here doing his thing. And so, you're not thinking anything of it, but he's not really talking to you. He kind of keeps looking at you, but it's not weird, but it's weird. So you're just like, man, whatever. He's quiet. I don't fucking care about some dude, whatever. You keep living your life till your girl turns to you and says, listen, my bad. I just feel like I will feel wrong if I let this go any farther. I just have to tell you that this person, I didn't know they were going to be here. My parents didn't even warn me. And I'm pretty sure my pops knows that, we had a little thing. So I don't really know what's going on, but I'm just want you to know. Yeah, we had fucked before. What would you
write that as a script? What would I do? Well,
how would you feel?
Me personally, I'm a pretty secure dude. You know,
mm-hmm.
I feel like I put it down to where I don't feel like I need to be insecure.
Okay.
But
okay.
I'm like, you know what? Whatever happened with you in the past is your past.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really.
Cool, that's cool. But what about the fact that the parents? So how about this? So you leave and you're a little kind of weirded out because you're like, what's going on here? So you say, hey, did your dad no? And so she's like, you know what? Let me ask him. Yeah, so let me ask her. So she texts her dad.
I would find it funny.
Right. And so she texts her dad and she's like, hey, Dad, did you know about me and, your friend? And he's like, yeah, so? And you're like, oh, so you knew I was going to bring my man over here and you couldn't tell me.
Okay, now me personally, I would find that shit hilarious. I'd be like, so your dad knew you fucked his friend and he knew I was going to be here and he invited him just to try to cause some drama? I would be like, oh, your dad's a petty ass nigga. But I fucks with him. Yeah, I'll be like, your dad's a petty ass nigga. But I wouldn't feel a way, but that's just because of me personally.
Yeah.
What about you, Beats?
Yeah.
Okay, now, there's certain questions I have to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Beats, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So, we're going to say two women, girlfriend and girlfriend, went somewhere and there was a man there and he had tapped the girlfriend.
Okay,
something, sure.
Okay. Is that what we're saying?
No, we're saying that you and your woman right now go to your woman's parents' house and your woman's parents have a house guest that she happened to have fucked like last year, cooling at the house while you over there for the holiday.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell you or her that was going to happen. So you in the middle of Easter, you about to eat dinner, and she like, before we sit at this table together, I just want you to know that nigga over there, dick was in my mouth about 16 months ago.
Yeah. So it's like if I was dating a woman that was like half my age, right? But I was also cool with her pops. You know, and I thought he didn't know. Well, first off,
he did know.
I'm not that grimy type nigga. I'm not fucking with none of my homeboys.
Now, bees? No, just playing. I don't know.
I'm not fucking with none of my homeboys' friends. Or daughters,
Bees, wait.
But I'm just
Bees,
saying.
What?
Just like some type of shit like that.
First and foremost, it's not that type of party. It is not.
What's the party? Tell me what type of party is it not?
Yo,
what type
you
of
know
party?
what? You know what? Yo, right now it kind of sounds like her dad is a nasty nigga.
Oh yeah,
her dad is a nasty nigga.
Grime City. City.
That's a nasty nigga.
What it sound like her mama younger than sound like her daddy got her mama by a couple of years. That's what it sound like. That's what it sound like. And he used to be it.
Childish, petty. He be watching Snapped and stuff.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Her dad from Harlem?
I can't. It's not your dad, D's. Relax, okay?
No, I'm just asking. No, not my dad. My dad is happily married. My dad, tomorrow. What you talking about? Tomorrow, my parents make 48 years. 48. I want to hear that. My parents is happy.
They're coming to Khary's crib. Interview tomorrow with Bees and Khary.
All right, so
okay. My bad, Bees. My bad.
We went on a crazy tangent. Can you hang with the opposite sex? Can you hang with the opposite sex? So is your girl cool with you hanging with somebody that's the opposite sex?
I think so. Because my girl knows how I respect her.
Correct.
But he started off with I think so. You know? So
okay, what about new friends, Bees? Not old friends that you've known your whole life, not friends from school.
Right.
But
so
Bees, what about a new friend? Oh, I met Shirley over here at the gas station at the sipping stop.
Right.
And I want to hang out with Shirley. We're gonna go smoke.
Can you have new female friends you do not work with?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you like this. Because I know my woman. All right.
Okay.
We've been together like about 6.5.
400,000 years. Yeah.
All right.
I've been together.
Stone Age.
Anybody that I might have been cool with before the 6.5.
That line.
Yeah.
That's a line.
Anybody before that 6.5. Possibly, cool, okay, because it's a friendship. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. But anybody, any newcomers, no Johnny come lately. Bitches.
I feel like
absolutely not.
I tell you what, me personally, if I was dating somebody, I would there would be a cutoff. There really couldn't be no new female friends for me, and that would only account for people I don't personally work with, like. If they work in my job and we work together on projects, we might form a friendship over time.
But can you be married or in a relationship and then have a work spouse? Y'all know the work husband, the work wife. Can you have a work spouse and actually be in a relationship?
Yes and no.
Only if you're 68 years old and your name is Gladys. If your name ain't Gladys, you can't be nobody damn husband.
Check this out.
Actually, you know what I think? I think that can be true for anybody that doesn't fuck with the meme era.
Okay. I might give you that.
If they don't fuck with the internet and the meme, that could be possible. If they fuck with the internet and memes, probably not.
Nah, B said something. Nah, what's up, B?
Nah, check it. I got a story. Okay, my old job when I used to be at the college.
Okay.
You feel me? Okay, I had this girl, Tasha. She told me
no real names. No real names.
It's not her name. Her name is Tasha. Is a fake name, obviously. Khary, what are you talking about?
Yeah, her name is like
so.
La. You know, some shit like that.
Anyway, she told me in front of my in front of Mo, like yeah. And she basically kind of told Mo too. She kind of bullied us. She was like, "Yo, I don't care what you say, but you let Mo know when you at work, you're my husband."
Oh. How'd that come across? How'd that come across?
Was she older? Was she like an old lady though?
Nah, like around my age, but it wasn't like.
Oh. Was she ugly? I mean, wait, you said her real name, so you can't say that. Would you have ever given her the time of day outside of work?
No, I wouldn't. Nah.
So that's different. Again, and let's just be real. If you and your partner both know that it's a, come on, then that doesn't count. I'm talking about someone that you could fuck. Remember, we still on the might could fuck. Well, and I'm not gonna fuck no slurby.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm not speaking for me. I'm not.
It instantly speaks for himself.
No, it does not. It does not speak for myself. I'm actually speaking for a couple of people I know. I'm not going to say their names, but
is it bees and fiery grapes? Because that's not cool. No. You got to stop doing that. Okay.
It's not bees and fiery grapes. I know a couple of people that will fuck like some wild looking things. You know, like
I admit I do too. Some of my homeboys, yeah, y'all nasty.
So like I have friends that be like, when he tells you about his baby mother, he starts it off with an explanation.
Oh.
You know,
it was dark in the club, and it had been a while.
It was like
she was wearing some makeup and a wig and a weave on top of her wig. I got one nigga that says, "Yo, I took like 5 shots and took one for the team, man." I was like, "Nah, nigga, I'll never take one for the team. I tell you that now. I'll never take one for the team, nigga. I love my niggas, but I never take one for the team." You know? What team?
Exactly. The team is your niggas, and it's kind of like, you know what?
His niggas wasn't even there because they would have not let him go home with that. So that was a decision he made when he was by himself.
It's like this. But niggas say that, they kind of make it seem like there's like, we got like 4 of us. There's like 4 of them,
that's not what he did.
He
met her alone on Bumble. She pursued him, and he said yes. They was talking for 6 months, and finally he got the pussy, and immediately she got pregnant.
I think it was before Bumble.
I was there.
I think it was before Bumble because his child's like in their 20s or some shit like that.
Oh, so now his child finna listen to this and go, "Why you talking about Bumble?"
And that's why I don't say no names.
Yeah, bees out in Tasha. See, that's what you get. Tasha's gonna call you.
Who's Tasha?
I thought we were cooler than that.
Who's Tasha?
Nobody.
I think we're talking about
Khary.
power right now. We're talking about power or some shit. I don't know.
Okay, yo, do we have any more topics? Is this it? Are we? What's going on?
We definitely ran over than like a motherfucker. I actually
time flies.
You know what? I had one more topic. I'm gonna talk about this one more topic, and it's just the mother of a dead infant arrested. Well, this is a wild story. 23 years. It was 23 years, if I'm not mistaken. Right? A Seattle woman was arrested Thursday on suspicion of homicide for a 1997 death of her newborn son. An autopsy determined that baby boy Doe was born alive 2 days before he was found dead by a gas station worker in a trash can at a 24-hour convenience store on November 20th, 1997. Long story short, because it's already like 11:30 and an hour past when I thought we was going to end it at. Long story short, they actually found her via DNA. When they found the baby, they took the DNA. Later on, as DNA shit became more available, they actually started doing DNA. They found a match for the DNA, but it actually wasn't the mother. It was like the aunt or something like that. So they looked a little more, and then they found there was like a DNA match in this database where people voluntarily submit their DNA.
Wow. You put your ancestry in, forgetting that you committed that murder of your infant son 23 years ago, you stupid bitch.
She put
her deserve to be caught.
She put her DNA in a public database, which she could have actually chose to be anonymous, but she chose I'm gonna make it public.
No, I'd like to find if I got any cousins out there, guys.
And that's how they matched her DNA to the baby's DNA from 1997. You know, they I think they actually thought about charging her with manslaughter, but they can't. But they can't charge her with manslaughter.
Statute of limitations is up.
The statute of limitations is up on manslaughter. So the only thing that's left is, guess what?
Murder.
Homicide. Because there's no statute of limitations on homicide. So now she's going to be charged with homicide for the death of her baby.
You say there's no there's no statute of limitations on homicide?
On manslaughter. On manslaughter.
Oh, so manslaughter's okay. Okay, thank you.
So there's a statute of limitations on manslaughter, but there isn't a statute of limitations on homicide.
Okay.
You know, which I didn't know that, but.
So why are we talking about this greasy bitch?
No, but.
Are you sharing this because you're trying to give us an out on manslaughter? Or are we talking about this greasy bitch before we?
We're talking about this crazy. We're talking about this woman that
how dare she be so disgusting?
Allegedly killed her child in 97.
Allegedly,
right? But
they got the DNA that you submitted. I'm sorry, but here's the thing: if you submit your own DNA, it's not allegedly anymore, Mama. It's you did that.
On that one, I have to agree with you on that one.
There's no allegedness to it.
Yeah.
You said, here we go.
Yeah. Here's my DNA, guys.
Somebody come find me.
Bruh.
You know?
I can't.
I tell
you this is gross. What do you want me to say about it? She's a horrible human.
I'll tell you what.
And that's what we should all say.
About 10, 15 years ago.
You almost killed your...
No. I was motherfucking... I lost a job. I was unemployed. And I was behind payments on this expedition I had. You know? I was like, you know what? These motherfuckers ain't gonna find me. You know? I said, you know what? I didn't put in a change of address. I had moved from Jacksonville to Tampa. I never put in a change of address. I never did anything that would actually update my address with anybody. You know? And I had that truck for like 4 years without making it pay.
You heard it here first, guys. Here's how to avoid your car payments in 2021. Don't pay that silly car payment. Just move to Tampa from Jacksonville and don't change your address, and you will have a car for 4 years.
I just thought about what might update my address that somebody could find if they search public records. You know, and I was like, if I change my address with the post office, that's probably going to be available to somebody.
So, did you hit someone with your expedition, Khary?
No, I got laid off. So I got laid off in Florida. Now, people that don't live in Florida might not really understand this, but I got laid off in Florida, right? No matter what you was making at your job, Florida unemployment only has a maximum payment.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So now, if I was making like $100,000 and I had bills that might have maybe equaled up to like $60,000 or some shit like that, Florida unemployment was paying me $275 a week.
Dang, even in the 1950s, it was $275?
It wasn't the 1950s, okay? It wasn't the 1950s.
I got him. See, if he pays attention and he acknowledges me, I pissed him off. I got you with that one, didn't you? You don't like that 1950s. I'm going to remember that for the future.
So like, I think like the total amount that they paid me out on a monthly basis for my unemployment was like $1,100 or some shit like that, you know?
Oh my gosh.
And I was still $75 short on my rent. You know, my rent was like
damn.
$11.75. You know, so that's why my car payment got fucked up back in the days when
fuck that car payment.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna update my address nowhere. I'm gonna move and not update my address, and they can't find me. And that's
I'm glad that you explained that it was just Florida unemployment and that it wasn't manslaughter that made you decide to hide your car. So that's good.
But that made me realize if I don't just update shit and let people know what the fuck is going on in my life, nobody will actually know what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean before social media? Because now we update everybody. We check in, and we're like, "Hey,
everything, but what they doing, what they
repo doing, man. I'm at work now. I'm at this sorry ass job. Repo man, come find me."
Though me myself. The only time I really post like when I'm doing something at the moment is maybe when I'm at home. But like if I go out to a restaurant or some shit and I post my meal from the restaurant. Like I post that shit like 2 hours after I left,
or like the next day. Yeah, you can't tell them while you're there. It's always cool to update, you know. But don't.
I'm like some crazy motherfucker might just show up. Like, oh, you here? Let me go see what's going on. I'm like, oh, hold on, I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, Khary, you better keep doing that too, because you're a YouTuber now, okay? And now you're famous. All right, people will come find you.
I'm not famous.
Look. People see you on their phone just like they watch other famous people on their phone. You famous to some people, bro. You ain't know that, did you? Look at his face.
No,
did the phone freeze?
No. I was actually reading. This post that Cheryl posted over here. Actually,
okay.
No, I did not hear about this, Cheryl. Maybe we'll talk about it on Friday because we are getting ready to wrap up. Yo, me and Grace spoke earlier. We was like, yo, we're gonna schedule this for an hour. If we schedule this for an hour, we could probably be done by an hour and a half. Here we are, 2.5 hours later. You know,
this is beyond 2.5, right? Is it gotta be? Is it longer? Maybe it's not longer. I feel like we've been on here for 45 days.
I know. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 37 minutes. But Cheryl said, yo, did you hear about this white dude that just got locked up in Atlanta for killing 8 people in a massage parlor? They're thinking about charging him with a hate crime. I'm gonna look that.
What kind of people were in the massage parlor?
I'm guessing he was white and they were black. That's what I'm guessing.
Atlanta, 8 killed in Atlanta massage parlor shootings, 21-year-old in custody. 3 people were killed at a spot in Northeast Atlanta. A 4th person was killed in another spot across the street. It appears they may be Asian. So it was an Asian, most likely Asian massage spa. And Robert Aaron Long, he went into a couple different ones and 8 people were killed in a shooting spree. Why would you go to massage? That's such a random, what was going on? Did he go somewhere and ask for a happy ending? And they're like, sir, this is real life. We don't just do this everywhere. You got to go to the right places for that. You can't just walk into any place. And he was like, you mean I'm embarrassed? I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill everybody who won't give me a happy ending. And then he's now in jail. And guess what? He's not going to have a happy ending there. I tell you what.
Is this the setup for the Asian movement now? You know, Black Lives Matter is starting to fade out. So
the Asian movement been set up ever since everything happened last year. So you're right. This could very well be, if there is a deep state, if there is any kind of setup, this is a perfect setup for it.
Have you been hearing about Asian hate crimes?
Oh yeah. Ever since, for the last year, it's been bad.
I blame Trump.
I mean, it's hard to disagree just because he kind of said stuff. So he called it the Kung Flu, the China virus. So if it has anything to do with that, it's not that surprising. If it was something else and the dude was just going crazy, it probably still could have stemmed from some sort of motivation from there, because that's what's been happening a lot. Hate crimes have been up for the past 4 years. It is what it is, cuz.
That's a fact.
Oh, dear. Well, this is a terrible way to end the show. This is awful. But y'all like it, don't you? No, I'm just kidding. We're just kidding, guys.
Yeah, but we're going to wrap up with that.
This is joshing it.
We're going to wrap up with that. We definitely went on a lot.
Terrible.
This is like...
Yeah. Can we tell a joke? Khary, tell us a joke to end. You got to tell us a joke, okay? A short joke, Khary, because your jokes are stories.
I'm trying to think of a joke now.
Look, see, he'd be like, let me tell you a joke. And he'd be like, when I was 14, I had accidentally had sex for the 3rd time with a good friend of mine. Now, we're still friends to this day.
Here goes a joke. I dated a girl, right?
That's not a joke.
Wait, let me finish. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
This is exactly what you do every time.
You didn't let me finish. So
okay, go ahead.
I dated a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said I wasn't shit.
Oh.
Waka waka waka.
Bees,
right.
Can you fly to Florida and come on, Bees.
Oh, wait. Be quiet. So after the waka waka waka, you know what comes?
Keith Hadding told me that joke.
All right, you know what? May the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker-free and keep a smile on your face. We out this bitch. I will see y'all Friday. Yo, Bees, thanks for joining. Grace, thanks for joining. We will be back again on Friday. I love y'all.
Yo.
You could call the Tuesday show. Call the Tuesday show the Tangent Show.
What? And try to stick to the topics on Friday?
Exactly. And then, or you could do like continuation, or you could set your topics up.
All right, so we out, y'all. Let me turn my mic back on just so I can say we out because we out this bitch, all right?
You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.